as we are in the Kellysport Marina press box for the Old Kinderhook pregame show. And Osage coming off a big win last week over Hallsville, 52-16, the final score in that one. But Boonville's defense has been considerably looked better than what we saw last week at Hallsville, Steve.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
at least on paper.
Yeah, indeed, for sure. I mean, but the standard's not very high compared to what Hallsville brought to the field last year, for sure. So just the excitement in the air of what this game could become. My prediction is I really do feel like, and I know I'm biased, but I feel like Osage should be the favorite team coming in tonight.
That's not what you said off the air. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think that Osage, I would favor them winning and maybe even winning big. I think there's potential for even Osage to win big. I think if Boonville's going to win, it's going to be a tight game. I just think they're the underdog coming in tonight's contest.
I think last week's game was probably the most eye-opening for me. We talked, it's a long way to Hallsville, and you and I talked pretty much the whole way up there about what we kind of expected. And to be honest, we didn't know what to expect. We knew Hallsville had come off a nice win over an Eldon team that we had a good win over as well. I can tell you this, I didn't expect 52-16. I did not expect 35-0 at halftime. I expected our defense to look good, but I did not expect 4 turnovers and turning those turnovers into points. So I was impressed. I thought it was maybe the most complete game for the Indians this season. Coach Jolly seemed to agree in the post-game interview last week. I got a chance to sit down with Coach Jolly earlier this week, talk about last week's game, talk about this game here tonight, and ask him maybe the most important on Cool 102.7 Sports. Craig Allen here with Coach Shannon Jolly for the Rock Island Insurance pregame coaches interview. Osage coming off a big win over Hallsville last week, going up and picking up a conference win to move it on the season. Coach, you came up and talked a little bit after the game last week. Very aggressive on defense. Stinson got his, but you kind of kept him down in check. You knew you had to shut him down, and then that kind of allowed the defense to be more aggressive in other parts of the field, it seemed like.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit surprising to us that they were so one-sided. I mean, they went to throwing the ball, but I think when they got behind, they felt like they had to. That's a benefit of getting a 3-score lead, is you kind of put a lot of pressure on the offensive coordinator on the other side. So they went to the air a little bit more predictable, and which allows you to be a little more aggressive in coverage and try to put a little bit of pressure. So they helped us out a little bit with their play calling as far as being pass heavy. But, yeah, our kids played well back there.
On the offensive side, you've seen some success with your running backs getting to the outside, but between the tackles was really what was working for you on Friday night. You had blockers downfield. Your wide receivers seemed to almost kind of take pride in springing those blocks down the field at times.
Yeah, that's been a point of emphasis. Coach Brooks, our new wide receivers coach, played college football at the high level, and he has impressed upon our kids the importance of being a blocker first and then a pass catcher second. So that stuff is pretty good. And then, like I said, the things came together. Again, I talk each week about our offensive line becoming more mature, being more in the right place on each play, especially the run plays, and Friday night on the inside run game stuff. And again, it goes back to what the defense has given us as well.
You get this far into the season, you got 3 games left on the docket. Are you more just fine-tuning the offense now, or are you still constantly evolving and adding things to it?
No, we still got a long ways to go, Craig. I mean, it's not like we have 50 plays we want to put in, but there's stuff we've been working on installed during practice that we haven't really mastered yet or got where we feel comfortable putting them in game situations. But hopefully in the next 3 or 4 weeks, you'll see a few wrinkles coming out offensive.
Weaken that defense week in and week out and just taking what the offense gives you.
If you take the Blair Oaks game out, I think they're allowing 10 points a game. I think 17, which is still pretty good, and that's with a 42-0 loss, against Blair Oaks. So Coach Hess and those guys do a really good job. I mean, they spend a lot of time on the weekend putting a defensive game plan together. Like I always tell people, when you call offensive plays, you know what you're doing. Like you know what you're trying to do, and it makes it a lot easier to teach. When you're trying to teach kids to anticipate or understand what somebody else might do, there's a lot of gray areas. So, our defensive staff does a pretty unbelievable job getting our kids ready each week.
Obviously, this week being homecoming week, there's lots of things going on. Some might call it a distraction for players with everything extracurricular that's happening. Do these homecoming games mean anything extra for you, or is it just another Friday night of football for you?
I mean, it's pretty cool if you go back and actually look what homecoming is, and you get some guys that maybe that's the only game they come back for, get families out on a Friday night to come to the homecoming football game. That's a pretty cool deal. In the parade this week, it's pretty cool to see all of the kids and parents out. And I think anytime you can bring people together for a positive thing, think it's worth it. And I think homecoming week and obviously the homecoming game provides that for our community, we hope.
You got the 5-1 Boonville Pirates coming into town this Friday night. Osage got the win last year. What do they have to do to get the win again this year?
I think we need to build off of this week in our effort against Hallsville. We came out with a little bit of an edge, which I'd like to think came from preparation and being more deliberate. So hopefully this week we can build off of that and come out and show the same enthusiasm and intensity. And, and I think we'll be in a good place.
Coach, I need you to settle a bet real quick for me, too. During last week's broadcast, whenever the referees were having their long conversation about pass interference and holding, Steve and I were trying to make a bet with who would jump offsides first during a Maverick Trustee hard count. Who do you think would jump offsides first between Steve and I if Maverick was doing a hard count?
I guess that would be depending on what time it was. Was it on the weekend? Was it during the week? There's just a lot of factors that go in there. But, I'm just going to have to be neutral on that one. I got to be careful with Steve and understand that. But I'll let you guys, we can always come down and try to figure that out one Friday or something like that.
That's what I told Steve, but he seems to be balking on it. Well, we'll try and get it figured out. Well, Coach Ali, I appreciate your time, and good luck tonight against the Boonville Pirates. Osage will take on Boonville. Coming up next, we'll take a break, come back with the Duncan Diamond and Fine Jewelry coin toss, and get you set for kickoff here on Cool 102.7 Sports.
This summer's blockbuster is Magnum Matt Shrimp. The lake's hottest private investigator is also the best real estate agent on the lake. No real estate agent comes close to cracking the code on any deal. When he's not busting capers, he's killing major real estate deals. Forget Higgins. With Magnum Matt, you get the total package Berkshire Hathaway team. The lake's got fast boats, but Matt's got fast action when it comes to closing the deal of a lifetime. Playing all summer, Matt Shrimp at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Lake Ozark Realty.
The focal point for almost any home is the kitchen. That's where you gather with family and friends. The staff at Cabinetry Pros can make your kitchen, bathroom, or laundry room beautiful and more functional, along with increasing your home's value. They offer products within everyone's budget and can help with remodels or new construction. For more cabinet ideas, visit CabinetryProsLLC.com or visit their showrooms in Sedalia and Lake Ozark.
Football!
Take the field.
Game on!
Back to the Osage Indians football pregame and kickoff show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in the Kelly Sport Marina press box, it is the old Kinderhook pregame show. Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Chris Boom Boom Crocker back in the studio for us as we are live on MoSportsZone.com as well, and on YouTube. Check out MoSportsZone. Go to the live tab, and you can find all local area games on there, including Camdenton, Eldon, Versailles, Waynesville, Bolivar, Warrensburg. Denny was talking about Warrensburg last week and how good their quarterback is up there. It's just the Benny media empire is constantly expanding, and we are I am an integral part of it, Steve.
You're going to throw that to me after that? How am I supposed to respond to?
I disagree.
You are integral, yes.
Thank
correct.
you. Well, it feels good to be integral.
But you're not. You don't have a cool nickname. You don't have a cool middle name. You're not like Craig Boom Boom Allen.
When Chris told me that his name was Boom Boom, I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty jealous.
I am also jealous.
We can come up. I think you should get a nickname before I do.
And why is that?
You deserve it.
Oh, that's
all the time and effort. All the research you do before the game and all the stuff you look through and go through and you never bring up on the air. It's truly inspiring, Steve, to see you crunch all these numbers up here and then never mention it once.
That's the kindest thing you've said to me tonight. The only kind thing you've said to me tonight. So I don't know how to qualify.
On the air, okay? I'm very.
So we are open for middle name suggestions, folks.
Yeah,
just throw them out there.
Yeah, and you know what? We might even throw a poll up on social media later this week. Boom Boom is taken, but there's lots of other great nicknames out there.
We just can't think of any.
Yeah, well, it's a little, you don't want to give yourself a nickname. That's not cool, right? Chris, did you give yourself your Boom Boom nickname? Okay, see how cool that is? What if we all had iterations of it? Chris Boom Boom, and I'm Bam Bam, and you can be Bum Bum.
You worked hard to set that one up.
Huh?
You've been thinking about that all week?
No! Just thought about it right now.
Well, that's not genius. All right, here we go. Osage defers. Boonville will receive to start this contest.
Look at that Bum Bum on top of it over there. got it all figured
It's
out.
not going to stick, man.
The
It's not gonna
Dunkin'
stick.
Diamond and Fine Jewelry coin toss in the books. The old Kinderhook pregame show winding down here as we get set for kickoff. The School of the Osage Indians at 5-1, taking on the Boonville Pirates at 5-1. Steve, off the top of your head, who is your favorite Pirate?
Oh, I mean, Captain Jack is the one that comes to my
Captain
mind.
Jack Sparrow isn't even the best pirate in his series. It's Barbosa.
But Captain Jack's so fun. He's the funnest pirate I know.
Okay, I didn't ask that. Okay, I guess I did ask your favorite. So you heard it here first. Steve Bum Bum Adams loves Jack Sparrow as his favorite pirate.
Are you going to run? We need to get you talking about the Bearcat again because I
Yeah,
don't
we're
want
bringing.
you.
Oh, listen.
I don't want you
I got
talking
all
about-
kinds of Bearcat facts
Okay,
after
good.
people coming up to me on the street talking about Bearcats.
Oh, I'm sure. The number of Bearcats I've seen since you brought that up,
Just they're
is
everywhere
overwhelming.
in South America. Kickoff underway. Osage kicks it away. And that's Brady Clark putting it into the end zone to get this one underway. So it'll be a touchback, and Boonville will start from the 20. Fun fact real quick before we get started here. I did the Big Bass Bash last weekend, and there was an older man. He went by the nickname Coach, and his other nickname was Bearcat. And I just had to bite my tongue all weekend. They kept calling him Bearcat. He was part of the weigh-in process down at PB2, and I was like, I just want to talk to him about Bearcats, but I didn't. 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Coming up. They'll start from the 20-yard line. This Osage defense will be on the field for the first possession tonight.
I'm just.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that to me.
I'm going to wait and see if you can figure out what it is.
Well, boo.
against Eldon, 7-0. Falcons in front. Senior night for the Mustangs tonight against Blair Oaks.
Well, not quite as special as homecoming night here.
Correct.
Osage.
It is homecoming. We will announce the king of broadcasting later at halftime.
I thought you announced that last week.
I did
Many
take credit for it,
times. Many times.
Play action, rolling out to the left. Now had his man, just overthrows him. Bishop had Leathers out near the first down marker and put it about 3 or 4 yards over his head. He was only 1.5 feet taller, Steve. Could have come down with that one.
Bringing up their second third down of this drive. Similar
Third down?
distance.
Oh, it's just very
Am I
confusing.
confusing?
So confusing. So, yeah, 3rd down and 7 from right around the 47. Another test for this Osage defense. Boonville, 2 running backs next to Bishop. Now he moves one. That's Cons out in motion. 3 wide receivers out. Bishop looks out for his man. Now wants to move. Has him over near the sideline, and he makes the catch right at the first down marker. And that's another first down, and that's Rad Leathers once again. So Osage had good coverage, just unable to really get after Bishop until he started rolling out to the left, and then Bishop finds his man right at the marker and picks up the first. So this defense giving up a couple third downs here on this first drive so far.
Yeah, and, Osage bringing a little heat. They're making their quarterback move, but he's showing that he can make decisions on the run there. Knows how to move inside and outside that pocket there. Doing some good things for the Pirates.
1st and 10. 2 wide receivers outright for Bishop. Takes a snap, hands it off to McDonald. Up the middle he goes. He's hitting the backfield and then brought down. Bounced off the first tackler, or would-be tackler, in Stevens, but Stevens kept after it on the ground, grabs his foot as he tries to break free and brings him down. Makes it 2nd down and 8 for the Pirates.
Ball on the Osage, about 36-yard line here. Osage showing them, they're holding them on the run. They're not getting much. They had that first run. They got about 6 or 7 yards here, but they're holding them pretty tight here. It's the pass that we're having a hard time slowing them down.
Yeah, unable to really get pressure on Bishop right now. That offensive line for the Pirates doing a good job. Man in motion outright. He's got twins out there on the right side. Takes a snap, play action. Now once again looking out to his right. Has a man floating. Now wants to throw it over near the sideline. Gets it to him. And I think they're going to say, yeah, incomplete. He might have been out of bounds whenever he caught it. Tough to see. Depth perception, Steve, a big thing.
That's been the theme of the year here.
Theme of the year, depth perception.
Sounds like a great theme, doesn't it?
The fans love it.
You picked that one, I think.
If they love it, I did.
10th play of this drive. Brings up another. There's our third down.
It's hard to keep track of these.
This drive.
Third down. Let's not put him in a position for a 4th third down. Got to get a stop here, Steve. And this is probably 2-down territory, if you're being honest. Right in that middle area. You're not going to punt from here, right?
Well, they're going to talk about something here.
Yeah,
we got a timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field, Boonville, brought to you by Cabinetry Pros. We'll take a break as well. 7:29 left to go here in the first quarter, tied up at 0. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Your money management is now manageable. With an account from Central Bank, you'll have all the tools and technology you need to move, manage, and maximize your money the way you want, when you want. And you have the perk of local branches right in your community when you need some one-on-one time. Because we do banking better. Open your account online or in person at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. Strong roots. Endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, and we are going. 7:29 left to go here in the first. Boonville driving down the field here very methodically on this first possession. This is the third down attempt on this drive, converting on the previous 2. We'll see if Boonville can pick this one up or if the Osage defense can hold them here. Bishop, man in motion to the left, got 2 wide receivers out there. In the shotgun, takes the snap. And there's a handoff. And yeah, it's probably 2-down territory. That's why they do that. No gain. So it's going to be 4th down and 8 here. Let's see what Boonville does. And they have a chance to really give the Indians poor field position, or if they don't get this, it might be decent field position, or they'll see if they can continue the drive. First 4th down of the night here on this first drive, coming up on 7 minutes to go. And the first quarter brought to you by High Stakes.
The stakes are high indeed here on this 4th down.
Cons out in motion. 2 wide receivers outright for Bishop. Takes the snap, rolls out to the right here on 4th down. looking for a man. Now has to get rid of it, just tosses it down the field, and I think it might have been intercepted. No, they're going to say incomplete. That actually works out better for the Indians. But a fourth down turnover, or excuse me, a turnover on downs. That's not a real thing, a fourth down turnover. A turnover on downs for this defense gets Boonville off the field, and the Osage offense will come onto the field for the first time tonight.
11-play drive beginning at their own 20, ending at the Osage 36. Lots of good positive momentum there for the Pirates, but then when you give up a turnover on downs there, that's a turnover, right? And Osage will take it there, a pretty decent field position.
That is a turnover.
Not an apple turnover.
A personal foul, roughing the passer on the Indians. So a late call there. We did not see the flag on the field, but that is going to bring this Boonville offense back out now.
Oh, boy.
So a flag on the play. The quarterback was hit as he threw it. I didn't see who caught him, but they're going to say that is roughing the passer, and that is a huge penalty because that puts Boonville right on the doorstep of the red zone now, and they maintain possession here on fourth down. So what a huge call. Did not see the flag out here. It was out on the edge, so we'll see what happens here. Man in motion is McDonald, puts three receivers out right, takes the snap, now hands it off up the middle, and he's immediately hit by Hall and brought down. That was Bryce Newham, a freshman. Wow, this is a young Boonville team, Steve.
Going to put the ball right here at about the 20-yard line of Osage. What a big, man, I can't believe we missed that yellow on the field
it was
there.
Down here up by all the players standing on the sideline. It was thrown right on the sideline. That's where he got hit. I thought he got hit right as the ball was thrown. I certainly called it a roughing the passer.
Well, it felt like half of the Osage defense was bringing heat on him. I mean, he was out here on the near side of the field here, and he was facing all kinds of pursuit.
Bishop takes a snap, now rolls out off the play action. Being chased by Colonius. Has to get rid of it. Finds a man over the middle, but it just goes off his hands. That was Newham who ran it on the previous play, and he had him just a couple yards downfield, but it bounces off his hands, incomplete, and that'll bring up third down and long again. Fourth third down on this drive.
Yeah, that certainly should have been a completion, and really a pretty impressive throw because Bishop was in the grasp of Colonius right there. He was going to the ground as he tries to deliver that ball. You need your receivers to help you out a little bit there when you're in that kind of position.
Instead, it goes off his hands and falls helplessly to the turf to make it third down and 9 at the 20. More pre-snap movement, receiver outright. Bishop takes a snap, now he'll hand it off, trying to get wide. This is McDonald, and McDonald's going to split inside the 10 and brought down out near the 5. So that's enough for a first down, and Boonville will be first and goal. So they finally get that run out wide that they want. They get the block on the edge, and McDonald picks up the yardage. Man, that's that fourth down penalty, Steve.
You know, anytime you give a good team a second chance, you usually end up paying the price for it here. You work hard, especially when you get a fourth down stop. That's especially difficult. Just hate to give a talented team more opportunities on the field.
Bishop takes a snap, hands it off to McDonald. He goes up the middle, runs right into Hall, who brings him down. That'll make it second and goal. Gain of maybe 2, yeah. And you still haven't seen the change out there, Steve. You still haven't seen the change that I saw on Tuesday.
I see it now. I see it. I'm sorry. I see it now. You helped me. I mean, you didn't point it out, but we have LED markers now.
We do.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and I got to help set it up.
Did not.
Well, Coach Jolly told me to tell you that because he knew you'd be jealous.
Because you were down there on the field practicing your snap counts.
Like, with, boop, boop. Yep, that's right. I'm not going to jump off sides. Second and goal. Bishop takes the snap. Play action. Now running out to the right, has his man over into the end zone and off the fingertips, incomplete. So Bishop rolls out left and had a man open out there. That's Leathers. And it just went off his fingertips. Leathers was trying to go down as he caught it.
And that's a tough catch. You know, that's certainly at the high school level a tough catch. But when it touches your fingers, they say, hey, you got to find a way to bring that in.
That's what they say.
They say a lot of things.
They like to talk. You know what? You want to know a fun fact? I have never dropped a pass in my life.
Have you ever also received a pass in your life?
If it hits my hands, I catch it.
If.
And I'm talking about Lambert dinner rolls, footballs, everything, Steve. Bishop's going to keep this one. And he is hit by Colonius and brought down just short of the goal line. And we have got a huge play coming up. It is going to be 4th and goal from the 1. So the quarterback keeper tries to get out on the edge, and Colonius brings him down. And now it is 4th down and goal. No huddle here from the Pirates. Bishop takes a snap. He's going to keep it. He's got a hole on the left side, and he is in this time, scoring on 4th down. So Boonville drives down the field, takes 7.5 minutes off the clock, gets a huge roughing the passer call on a missed 4th down that would have been a turnover, and then they get 6 points out of it.
Yeah, 17-play drive right there, covering the 80 yards, starting there at the 20 after the Brady Clark kick for a touchback.
And the kick is up and good. It is 7-0. We'll take a break. Come back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When the leaves begin to fall, there's one plumbing company that does it all. Four Seasons Plumbing, your hometown dependable and qualified commercial and residential plumbing team. No service call is too big or small. Four Seasons has qualified plumbers that arrive on time and get the job done right the first time. So when winter comes, be ready with Four Seasons Plumbing, your trusted plumbing team since 2002 and big supporter of the Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. One call to plumb it all. 348-2093. Look them up online. That's Four Seasons Plumbing. Let's get back to the action of Osage Indians football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
7-0 on the scoreboard. Boonville with a drive down the field. Steve, what do you have for the drive summary?
Yeah, as I said, 80-yard drive. They start that at their own 20-yard line. 17 plays, ending with that quarterback keeper into the end zone there. And as you noted, the pivotal point of that drive is when Osage had the turnover on downs, only to be negated by the flag for roughing the passer. So had the stop at pretty decent field position, and then you give a good, talented offense a second chance, and they capitalize.
4:37 left to go here in the first quarter, brought to you by High Stakes. Kick is up and away, and is going to be fielded cleanly on the sideline. This is Schreiman trying to get a block up the field, and he's brought down right around the 34, and that's where Osage will take over. 1st and 10, and now this will be the first offensive possession for the Indians here tonight.
Yeah, that previous drive there by Boonville, I'm also impressed. It's pretty balanced, really.
Yeah.
They came out with that pass right off the bat and gained 15 yards, but after that they tried to keep it pretty balanced, and I think they had more success with the ball in the air. But with their quarterback, Bishop, it feels like he can turn that to a run anytime he needs to or wants to.
1st and 10 for the Indians. Motion left to right. Takes a snap, hands it off. Williams, right side. Trying to get to the edge, now does. Gets a block, and taken down after about a gain of 6. Maybe 7. I'll make it 2nd down and 3-ish. That'd be cool if the LED thing just said ish afterwards. Just in the ballpark of 2nd down and 3.
You know, maybe we could take a week and just be grateful for the LED marker and not, ask for upgrades.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I not being appreciative enough? Maybe you didn't hear me wax poetic about it off the air Tuesday. What were you doing Tuesday when I was interviewing Coach Jolly?
I was shaping young minds.
That's what I was afraid of.
Compete with that.
Takes the snap, pitch out to Williams on the left side, getting a lead block from Colonius. Now there's a Pacific Pools 1st down as he's brought down just past the marker. So Osage getting wide right there and picks up the first. Aiden Williams, he got a nickname today.
Mr. Osage.
Which is weird because I thought that was you.
Well, that's what I tell you, but
yeah, you've been telling me all season that you are Mr. Osage.
You haven't speaking of nicknames, didn't we call Kimry Mr. Osage? Is that
that's because he won that too. Colonius now on the right side, and he splits a tackler and gets into the 2nd level and brought down after about a gain of 8. So now these dual running backs picking up good chunks of yard on 1st down to make it 2nd and short.
Yeah, across the midfield there over into Boonville territory, about the 47-yard line.
Again, 430 rushing yards last week. When's the last time you did anything for 430
When's the
yards?
last time, I ran or walked or even drove 400
hey, listen,
yards?
I wasn't going to call you out. But yes, when did you do that last?
It's been a bit. I've got a treadmill home. Does that count?
Yes. Now this run goes left side. Williams bounces it to the outside, picks up some big yards, but we saw the flag come in there. He cuts back in and is brought down just shy of the 20, but it looks like it's going to be a hold and come back here. And it is a hold on the Indians. That play will come back. So a big gain there from Williams, negated. That's a word you used earlier, negated. I looked it up after you said it just to make sure you used it right, and now I'm going to use it.
Well, that's why you asked me to spell it for you. I
was like, what is this?
How do I work? Where are the ends?
So holding on the Indians there. And it's tough because you see him bust out the big play, and then you saw the flag come in right in the middle of it, and it just takes all the fun out of it.
So that's going to bring, second down, it's a spot foul, so it puts about second down and 12 or so. Yeah.
Ish. See if Osage tries to get some of those yards back here. I bet they do try.
That's fair.
Motion left to right. Trusty takes the snap, gives it over to Colonius on the right side. And he's brought down just past the original line of scrimmage to make it third down and short.
Colonius, the ball carrier.
Third down and long.
I was going with it. Ball at the Osage 47-yard line.
Third down and shorter than it was.
First big third down for Osage here tonight.
4 wide receivers out for Maverick. Takes the snap. Looking over on the right side, has his man over there. That's Stevens, and he catches it. Keeps his feet in bounds. And then adjusts, turns, and gets past the first down marker before being knocked out. Nice job by Stevens there. Good throw from Trusty. And Noah brings it in and manages to keep himself in bounds. Again, it's tough. The depth perception way over there. But Stevens keeps his feet in and then gets past that first down marker for first down. A Pacific Pools first down.
Yeah, just great field awareness and game awareness of where he was and what needed to happen to keep this drive going. It's what you expect from your senior leader.
Trustee hands off to Williams now, left side. Gets a block, cuts back in. Nice cut there from Williams. And I think the ball may have come out there.
Boonville signaling that it's theirs. We need the officials to make a decision here. And I'm not seeing. There we go.
Yeah, and they say, yes, it is a fumble. And it will go back to Boonville. So they wait. I didn't even see the ball come out there. Did you, Steve?
No, I didn't.
I'm watching the replay over here, and it was kind of hidden from us. And Boonville comes up with the football, and it's going to be a turnover for this Indian offense, which they've done a good job of really not having many this season. But there's a turnover from Osage on their first drive of the night, and now Boonville will be 1st and 10.
You know, and really on a drive that they were really having their own way, running the ball against this team. And it's just the penalty and the fumble here. They kind of killed themselves on that drive. Boonville with pretty good field position with a chance to extend their lead.
Bishop takes the snap, looking to throw. Gets it out to his man over on the right side, but off his fingertips. That's Logan Cons. That's Logan Cons. He is a junior. The Cons brothers. They might be cousins.
I just think of Star Trek, Con. I mean, wasn't that a Star Trek
Cons! Every time Cons makes a play, that's what I'm going to say. They might be cousins. They might not even be related, Steve. Cons just might be I don't know why you even said that. That may be a popular name in Boonville. Who knows?
Not sure who you're talking to.
Now the handoff goes right side. McDonald chased down and brought down by Colonius. And that's going to be a loss of about 2 on that one. And Colonius breaking him down pretty violently on that one. No real way to say it other than that. They violently brought him down to the turf for a loss of about 3.
So we got a third down and long, third down and 13. Boonville has the ball at their own, 37-yard line it looks like.
Under a minute to go here in the first quarter, brought to you by High Stakes. 2 wide receivers outright for Bishop. 10 seconds on the play clock as they get the play in. See if there's any change on it on the sideline. And Boonville will take a timeout here with 38 seconds left to go to talk about it with 3 on 3rd and 13. We'll take a break as well. Brought to you by Cabinetry Pros. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Where there's smoke, there's barbecue. Hi, I'm Greg Dierberg. You heard that right. No liquid smoke flavor at Dierberg's. It's all smoke fresh with apple and cherry wood at each one of our stores. From brisket and wings to my personal favorite, smoked salmon. If you can smoke it, Bob's Barbecue has it. It's time to rethink your BBQ and try something truly extraordinary. Stop by and see what's smoking today. It's fresh, it's friendly, and for slow smoke barbecue, it's Dierberg's.
This is America, where football means football.
There's only one place to hear Osage Indians football. Back to the game. On your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
3rd and 13 for Boonville as we wind down the first quarter here. 38 seconds left to go. The Pirates in front over the Indians, 7-0. 2 wide receivers outright for the Pirates. Bishop back in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Play action.
Oh my.
And Isaac Williams chasing him down in the backfield, and they're going to hold. That ball is loose and on down near the sideline. Referee isn't making a signal. I think the ball went out of bounds before Osage came up with it. So it's not going to be a turnover.
We got penalty on the field as well.
Holding. That was Grant Wilson that was chasing it down out of bounds. Obviously, Osage probably going to decline that penalty and make it 4th down. But yeah, Bishop got free from Isaac Williams, Steve, and then kind of turned around, and his own player blocked Williams into him. He loses the football. And Osage tried to come up with it, just unable to.
And we end up in a situation where they lost big yardage on that play, like 4th down and at least 20 on this, and they're certainly going to punt. So just a great, important stop here early in the game as Boonville has that big, long, extended drive for a touchdown and then gets the stop against us with the turnover. That's exactly what we needed the defense to do.
High kick. Schreiman calls for a fair catch and brings it in. So Osage will start 1st and 10, their second drive of the night. They fumbled on their first possession. This will be their second time tonight with the football at the 38-yard line. 28-0, Blair Oaks in front of the Eldon Mustangs up there at senior night. That's still in the first quarter.
Speaking of first quarter, this first quarter has gone by in a hurry here when the final, 24 seconds here with Osage starting their second drive.
After last week's game, I will take a couple fast quarters.
There is no doubt.
Trusty takes the snap, hands it off. Colonius, left side, trying to slip in between the guard and tackle. And he'll pick up about 4 before being brought down, and that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. Osage will have the ball to start the second quarter at the 42-yard line. They're down 7-0 to the Boonville Pirates. We'll take a break. Come back with the start of the second quarter after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Dooley Overhead Doors has been the trusted name around the lake area for dependable and quality garage doors. Great customer service with an outstanding reputation. Dooley Doors delivers the highest professionalism start to finish. Download their app and look them up online. Dooley Overhead Doors, conveniently located past School of the Osage on Highway 42, and is a proud sponsor of Osage Indians football.
This is Osage Indians football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Osage down 7-0 after nothing. That's probably not professional to say, right? 7-0 after the first quarter.
7 love.
I'm going to talk like AI taught me what to say. Osage trails the Boonville Pirates after 1 quarter of play. They have the football and are going down the field with it 2nd down and 6 yards to go to start the second quarter. Brought to you by American Sun Control.
You're going to get some reviews on this kind of coverage.
You like that?
I'm not sure they're going to be positive, but you're going to get some reviews.
I'm just stating facts. Craig Allen alongside Steve Bum Bum Adams with Chris Boom Boom Crocker back in the studio. What?
I don't like the bum bum. We got to let that go.
Motion right to left. Osage hands it off. This is Aiden Williams up the middle, patiently waiting for his blocks, and brought down right at midfield past the first down marker. That's a Pacific Pools first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Osage right at the 50-yard line.
2-yard gain on the play. That'll be enough for another Osage.
Again, Osage having their way on the ground here. They've showed little ability to really slow us down. We're getting pretty good chunks every time we hand the ball off, and really have only passed the ball, as I recall, that one time where Noah Stevens had that big 3rd down conversion.
Now 4 wide receivers out for Maverick on this play. 1st and 10 right at the 50. Takes the snap. Maverick looking to pass. Looking downfield, now has his man on the sidelines. Once again, that's Noah Stevens. And he's past the first down marker and brought down. Might have lost it there at the end, but came up with it. So that's enough for another Pacific Pools first down for the Indians. Maverick 2 for 2 from the air so far here in the first half. Both of them going to Stevens, and both of them for first downs.
About a 12-yard, 13-yard gain there. Going to place the ball here now into Boonville territory at about the, 38-yard line here.
How does Boonville own land down here?
Well, it's America, my friend.
Okay. That seems like an easy answer. 2 wide receivers out left for Maverick. Takes the snap. It's a little high. Hands it off to Williams. And he's brought down just past the line of scrimmage. Gain of maybe 1 on that one for Aiden Williams. Mr. Osage. Now, we called Kimry Mr. Osage, but he wasn't Mr. Osage, right? That was just a mistake you made.
I'm getting a little fact checking here on the text. But
I was told
folks,
there would be none of that.
This is a fact checking free broadcast. So
you can't
sorry.
If we say he's Mr. Osage, he's Mr. Osage. 2nd down and 9. Maverick takes the snap, now hands it off right side. Williams trying to get wide, but he's brought down. Pretty good tackle there from Boonville. That is Brody Porter with the tackle.
I'm going to say he lost a couple on that one, but ball back at the Boonville 40-yard line.
Look, they try to confuse me here, Steve, with this program. He's the only one with 2 numbers. I was looking up here.
Yeah, multiple choice. I always like those tests. So here we go. Huge 3rd down here for Osage as Boonville's really shown in these last 2 plays the ability to stop us on the run where they hadn't shown that up to that point.
3rd and long for the Indians. 4 wide receivers out. Maverick takes a snap a little low. Now has his man. That's Colonius. And he picks up some extra yardage, gets a block downfield, and gets into the Winter Shelton Real Estate red zone with the downfield block from Schreiman. Little pass and catch there from Trusty to Colonius, and that's a big gain to get them down the field and into the red zone.
Yeah, 20-plus yards there, and there's where we are better this year, right? We have that facet of the game that we just didn't see last year. So, now we're at the Boonville, you said 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Huge conversion. 2nd time we've converted on a 3rd down through the air.
1st and 10 inside the red zone. This handoff goes right side, Drake Williams, and he tries to get to the outside. Now cuts back inside the 10, the 5, touchdown. What a cutback by Drake Williams to get into the end zone. An 18-yard touchdown run.
There's those fireworks popping in the air. I love it. And great blocking there to get him released on the edge, but then just some impressive elusiveness there. We call that the classic missed tackle in the open field there.
If I was Chris Berman, I would have been like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
You're not Chris Berman, but you still did it. I don't know if you.
Chris Boom Boom Berman. Extra point is good. Ties this one up at 7, 9:21 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Osage on the board. Take a break. Back with a kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Friday night lights that sparkle like a championship ring. Duncan Jewelry's team are proud alumni of Lake Area schools, committed to supporting the Camdenton Lakers and the Osage Indians as they brave the gridiron this season. Score big with everything from dazzling diamond necklaces to stunning engagement rings. They have the perfect play for any occasion, where providing meaningful jewelry to note the great milestones in life is the only play in their book. Visit them at 4050 Osage Beach Parkway. Duncan Jewelry, where every moment is a game changer.
Let's get back to the action of Osage Indians football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Tied up at 7 here at School of the Osage. The Indians take it down the field, and Drake Williams, an 18-yard touchdown run. Steve, what do you have for the drive summary?
Hey, Osage starting with the ball at their own 38-yard line. 7-play drive, 2 big conversions through the air. And then that final 18 yards there on the speedy legs of Drake Williams.
Oh, and they try and let this ball bounce and go into the end zone, but it takes a horizontal bounce. A great kick from Brady Clark. They were more than willing to let that ball bounce right at the goal line and go into the end zone, but instead it takes a bounce back and they have to recover it. They bring it out to the 16, and that's where Boonville will take over. I just went to Buffalo last night. That's why I got it on the brain, Steve.
Buffalo, New York?
I did.
What were you doing in Buffalo?
Buying some gates off Facebook Marketplace.
just thinking, how many different reasons are there to go to Buffalo?
Well, you got one.
You got a new fence yet?
No.
No.
Oh, you said you were coming out to help with that, right?
Okay, so 1st and 10. I'll do the play-by-play here.
Perfect. Looking out to the left and has his man. Yeah, that's an illegal block. Like, that's pass interference on the offense. Because I was going to say, the blocking, they were hitting the defenders before the pass was ever even left his hand. So, yeah, it's going to be pass interference on Boonville, and that'll take them even further back.
Way back, as the cheerleaders say.
I said that too. I think the cheerleaders should do cheers based on things I say.
I'm sure. I see earpieces there. I'm sure they're listening.
Do the Bearcat cheer next.
I can't wait for the Bearcat cheer. So, really doesn't make much difference.
Yeah, I guess they're going to give him the yardage, but the play comes back for the pass interference. A little confusion. Coach Jolly and I actually talked maybe about 10 minutes on that call last week in Hallsville, the wild one. I don't think he knew much either about what happened.
I've not talked to anybody who knew.
This handoff goes up the middle, and he is immediately knocked back. That is McDonald. Absolutely nowhere to go, and a huge stop there on 1st down. What a big hit.
Yeah, we're going to call that no gain. We're going to call that running into a wall. So 2nd down, and, well, we're going to call 11 here.
Your 11 is my 12.
Fair enough.
Although the board says 11, so I guess you're right.
I know that hurts you to say.
I hate it. We'll edit that out, Chris. Bishop back in the shotgun. He's looking right. And he's got some time in the pocket, now floats it out there to his man, and he's immediately brought down from behind but picks up some yardage. That's Ethan Wall chasing him down and bringing him down. I tell you what, Bishop has had a relatively clean pocket at times tonight. No Jaden Wilkes tonight. We saw him carried off the field last week in Hallsville. I interviewed Coach Jolly a little early in the week for him to be able to tell me one way or the other if Wilkes was going to play this week or the condition of his injury, but he is not out there tonight, and you can kind of feel that. Not a lot of quarterback pressure tonight, and that was something he was really big and instrumental in bringing for this Indian defense.
Yeah, we've seen kind of Colonius fill in that role a little bit, bringing the heat at times. Ball in the air again.
This time, this is the play that they had the penalty on earlier, Steve, and this time they make sure and not engage a block until the reception is caught. It is enough for a Pirate 1st down before Schreiman's able to bring him down the field. So it'll be 1st and 10 at 35. Again, we're tied up here at 7. 7:15 left to go. You can follow along at MoSportsZone.com or on YouTube. Look up MoSportsZone and go to the live feed or download the MoSportsZone app. That app just has a big old picture of Steve's face. You can't miss it.
Nor would you want to.
1st and 10. Now the handoff up the middle. Splits one defender, and Colonius going to have a big night tackle-wise, it looks like. He might be nearing double digits already, Steve.
Yeah, I'm not keeping track of that one, but I would not be surprised at all.
What are you writing down there? Well, let me see this.
It's 2
2 pounds chicken, 1 can of cream. What are you doing? You're just writing.
Yeah, anybody listening who knows me knows that that's not what I'm writing down.
Bologna bread.
That's right. Frozen pizza.
2nd down and 7 for Boonville. Bishop takes a snap. He rolls out short side of the field. Now wants to catch a man down and tried to do a little fake where they thought he was going to throw it short, and then the receiver would kind of cut back. But nice job on the coverage there. Looked like Brock Arrowwood out there. Did not fall for it. And he had really good coverage out there in the secondary. Didn't give up the big play, and that'll set up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, I thought the receiver there was trying to push off Arrowwood a little bit there, trying to create some space. Love to see the penalty thrown on that, especially if they were able to capitalize on that. So here we go, the seventh play of this drive.
Big play right here, big play. I hate to just state the obvious, but this is a big 3rd down for this Osage defense and a big 3rd down for this Boonville offense and a big 3rd down for this broadcast team. Takes the snap, Bishop. Osage trying to bring some heat, but a great pocket once again. Now Drake Williams coming after him. He's chased down and has to get rid of it and throws it out near the cheerleaders, and it lands in lane 5. And if you're a part of #OsageMove, I've seen some teachers out there in lane 5 that are glad they didn't get hit with that one, Steve.
Hey, great play by Bishop there. Just knowing I'm in trouble, I've got to throw this out of bounds. He was outside the tackles there, not going to have any chance of getting intentional grounding or anything in there. And just the danger is to throw it up and try to make something there that's not
it's
really
a smart
there.
play. Smart play. Now the punt unit out. Gets this one away. It's a low kick. That'll give Schreiman a chance to field it. Loses a handle on it. Now he comes up with it. Wants to come back the other way. Gets a step on his man. Now spins back in and brought down right around the 33. So Schreiman ran about 40 yards to pick up about 7. But still a great effort from Schreiman. He was our Mills & Sons Insurance Player of the Game last week. 2 interceptions and a couple other big plays for the Indian defense and offense. That's a sophomore.
Yeah, he is speedy out there. Osage going to start with their ball at their own 33-yard line.
5:51 left to go here in the second quarter. Brought to you by American Sun Control. Takes a snap, hands off Colonius. Left side. And he is hard to bring down, but does finally come down after about a gain of 5. Homecoming king and queen candidates on the far side of the field making their way into place if you're watching on MoSportsZone.com. Steve will have a full detailed breakdown of every candidate at halftime.
Don't believe him, folks. Don't get your hopes up on that one. Seems like we talked about that last year. That would be good for us to get that information.
I thought that's why I said it. I thought you got it. This handoff goes to Williams. Ooh, and he is brought down just before he breaks through into that next level. But enough for Pacific Pool's first down. Williams, a shoestring tackle. You ever been brought down by your shoestrings?
No.
Is because you wear Velcro?
Yes, that's what I was going. That is where I was going.
Look, I got the slip-on shoes here, see? Too smart for that.
First down and 10. Osage with the ball at their own 44-yard line here.
Under 5 minutes to go here. Jumbo tight package here from the Indians. And this handoff goes up the middle, and that's Aiden Williams, brought down after about a gain of 4. So on the last drive, Trusty, Colonius, and Aiden Williams do the heavy lifting, and then Drake Williams just comes in and takes the 18-yard touchdown. It's like me setting you up for a great point, Steve, and you just knocking it out of the park.
Well, hey, it's what happens when you are deep in talent. And I think that works for both.
At this broadcast booth?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it's such a pleasure to work with the king of broadcast. Oh, am I early on that? I'm sorry.
What? I didn't know. Well, I have a lot of people to thank. Now the pitch goes out to Williams. He has to cut back in, and he is brought down. Great pursuit there from Rad Leathers as he jumps out there on the edge, and 2nd and 5 turns into 3rd down and 10 real quick off that loss of 5.
Yeah, taking that ball now back again, the Osage 44 here.
Osage has had success running on the outside like that, but not right there. Leathers able to get into the backfield. Aiden did everything he could to try and break free and get away, but Leathers, good job with the pursuit, bring him down. Now 4 wide receivers out for Maverick.
Aiden Williams, a talented back, but he does better when he's moving forward. When he has to change directions like that, that's not his strength. Woo!
And throwing it deep and just over the head of Colonius. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Indians now. Trying to get the big hit downfield. Could not connect. 3:33 left to go here in the second quarter.
Defense is stiffening here. This would be, I would argue, the first time that Boonville has stopped Osage. That first drive, we had the penalty and we had the fumble that really we just kind of shot ourselves in the own foot. But we got to give the Pirates some credit here for making the big stop against Williams in the backfield and then playing some good pass defense there.
Maverick kicks this one away. Pretty good kick, nice spiral, bounces inside the 20, takes a great Osage bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds right at the 5, maybe 4.5-yard line. A wonderful punt from Maverick Trusty, and that's a long field for Boonville now. You think the field would be the same size the whole time. It's not. This is now a longer field, Steve.
It's in their territory, their land, though.
Yeah, they own the land, and now they have to go far in it.
Osage with a 6-play drive there, ending in the punt. That's their third possession of the game. Boonville here with the ball for the 4th time here in this first half. We got about 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in this second quarter.
Brought to you by
What is this quarter brought to you by?
American Sun
American Sun Control.
Come on, man.
I don't have the list of
That's true.
sponsors in my head or on my phone.
Get out of your head. Bishop takes the snap. He'll keep it. And he is hit and brought down for a loss. And that's Jason Colonius once again. And Bishop will lose one on that one. Bishop, a strong last name. I like it better as a middle name.
Is that indeed your middle name?
It is.
Oh, there you go. It's worked well for you. Not quite as cool as Boom Boom, but...
Or?
Nope. Not going there.
Your nickname should be Absolutely.
Fair enough.
Now this handoff goes left to right, and trying to cut back in is McDonald. And we saw this against California earlier in the season. Osage taking timeouts to get the ball back potentially and have more time. 2:39 left on the clock. This timeout brought to you by Cabinetry Pros. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Are you tired of settling for low CD rates offered by your bank? There's a better option. At First Bank of the Lake, we have some of the best CD rates, like 4.70% APY on our 7-month CD and 4.35% APY on our 13-month CD with a $1,000 minimum deposit. CDs are a secure way to grow your investment, so lock in a great rate at First Bank of the Lake today. Member FDIC. Other terms and conditions apply. APY means annual percentage yield. See bank for details.
This is America, where football means football.
There's only one place to hear Osage Indians football. Back to the game on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
2:39 left to go here in the second quarter. Brought to you by American Sun Control. Third down for Boonville coming up deep in their own territory on land they own. Blair Oaks up 42-0 over Eldon in the first half. 263 extra points from that kicker for Blair Oaks for a career. Not in one game. That'd be a record.
That's impressive.
Now this handoff goes right to left. McDonald getting some space, trying to get out to the edge, and he's knocked out just before the first down marker. So that'll bring up fourth down, and him going out of bounds stops the clock, Steve.
That helps us for sure. It's just a dangerous place to have the ball that deep in your own territory there with the end zone just right in your shadow. So that's going to put it fourth down and 4. They're going to have to, of course, punt this ball back to us with really Osage. I want to say plenty of time. We're a run game, right, primarily. So we'll see what we can do with this 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
I don't know, 42-0 at halftime. 263 might be in play tonight. This punt, Schreiman's going to field it just shy of the 50. And now he's going to come across midfield. Looks to get a block. Slips a tackler. And now he's like I'm sorry. The Colonius trying to use the Colonius' block. Hands out the scarecrow block, as I like to call it there. And Schreiman gets inside the 40. So Osage, off that punt return, is going to get great field position. The scarecrow block, Steve.
Well, when the field so the way Schreiman was running, he just flipped the field, and so that puts your blockers in a tough spot. And Colonius is smart enough to know that, so he wasn't going to get called for that block in the back. Hands up in the air, and I'm kind of in the way, but I'm not pushing in the back.
I'm not doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Get my hands out. A little scarecrow block. So 1st and 10 for Osage. 2:18 left to go here in the second quarter. Maverick back in the pistol. 4 wide receivers out. Looking to throw. Now he's going to throw down the field. Has Childs back behind the defense. And off his hands. Cannot bring it in. And Childs had a step on his man. A beautiful throw from Maverick. And just unable to haul that touchdown in. So close there for School of the Osage on that play.
Hey, give credit to the Pirates. That was pretty good coverage on Childs' route there. He had a man right with him. Made the reception pretty hard to bring in. But that, as you said, perfectly placed by the magician.
To make it 2nd and 10 from the 37. Those are opportunities in a game like this, Steve. You hope you don't squander those, Now this handoff goes right to left to Colonius. Slips inside the tackle, and he picks up about 5 before being brought down. We'll see how Osage wants to manage the clock here. 2 timeouts for both teams. It's a no-huddle offense for Osage. They got the play in. 4 wide receivers out here on 3rd down and 5. Maverick takes the snap, looking to throw. Has his man over the middle. Penalty thrown on this side of the field. Schreiman makes the catch inside the Winter Shelton Real Estate red zone. Flag on the play. We'll figure out what it is. Illegal man downfield. So that'll bring it back.
Yeah, that hurts. Well executed play on the other side of the field. The flag here on the near side thrown.
And, you know, we've done, I say we, School of the Osage has done a great job this season of penalties being a major glaring issue for them. But tonight, this first half has been littered with them.
So that's
an untimely one, Steve.
So what was a third down and maybe five or so? Now third down and 10. Ball at the Boonville 7-yard line.
Maverick with the play action. Looking downfield, trying to find Hall over the middle. Has him. Nice catch by Hall. Sure hands. Breaks one tackle inside the red zone and brought down with about 90 seconds to go. Nice job there by Landon Hall. And great patience from Maverick, waiting for Hall to get open. Landon was initially covered. I was watching that side of the field down here. And then Maverick finds the window, gets it to him for the first down inside the red zone. Now Maverick looking to throw once again. Finds Stevens, and he's brought down. They're going to say keep the clock running. He's brought down at the 4-yard line. That's enough for Pacific Pool's first down. The clock will stop as the chains move. It'll be first and goal from inside the 5 for the Indians on this drive. So 2 straight completions there from Trusty. Had the Indians rolling. Clock running. We're coming up on a minute to go here in the second. First and goal inside the 5. 4 wide receivers out. Timeout on the field taken by Boonville. We'll take one as well. 7-7, 1:10 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll see if Osage can put it in the end zone. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
My car! Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Should have remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
1:10 left to go here in the half. Timeout on the field. Osage first and goal inside the 5. We just spoke about it off the air to one another. Osage gets the ball to start the third quarter. If they could find a way to put points on the board here and then get the ball back at the start of the third quarter, that would be huge for this Osage team. Tied up at 7 against Boonville. 1:10 left to go here in the quarter. Brought to you by American Sun Control. First and goal inside the 5. Osage has 2 timeouts, so look for them to maybe keep it on the ground here for a couple plays, Steve. See if they can put it in that way. Maverick back in the pistol. Takes it on a high snap over Maverick's head. And he is going to duck down on it, and that is going to be second and goal from the 25. Now Coach Jolly wants a timeout, and that play kind of puts a damper on everything, as Osage is going to have to kind of open up the playbook a little bit now. I know Coach Jolly doesn't like that phrase, but they were probably looking to run the ball back-to-back inside the 5 and try and pound it in on the ground, but now probably going to have to look to go through the air once again. You have to get into the end zone from the 25-yard line, so that bad snap there kind of puts Osage in a tough spot here.
Yeah, I was just thinking, with the ball at the 4-yard line, that really something bad was going to have to happen for Osage not to get points. With the talented kicker and Brady Clark, we're looking at least 3, and right after that, we get the bad snap just over, at no fault of Trusty's, over his head. He had to go chase it down. It was a smart play on his own just to not try to pick it up, and then they get the ball. He just goes right to the ground, covers
he did the
it
right
up.
thing there.
So now second down and goal. That sounds great, except the ball's at the 25-yard line, so that doesn't help you a lot.
Second and goal sounds tremendous. Just don't tell us where it's from. But from the 25. Osage will have to do it through the air here. And again, another self-inflicted wound for this Indian team. Between the penalties and the fumble and now that snap, that has been the theme of this first half, and I don't like it.
No. But here we go. We got a chance to change the script here.
2 wide receivers out left for Maverick. Takes the snap, now rolls out that way. Looking downfield, trying to find his man back behind the defense. That's Schreiman. And he is unable to bring that one in. He had Stevens for a short gain to pick up some yards there and make it third down and manageable. Tried to go for a little bit more, get it to Schreiman back behind the defense. Couldn't quite bring it in.
Definitely in a part of the field that we're two down territory, I would say, in terms of going all the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure Brady's going to kick it from here.
That's where you say you'd like to have picked up a little bit of yardage there on that play to make it more manageable. Good insight on that.
3 wide receivers outright on the short side of the field for Maverick. Takes the snap. Now rolls out that way. Looking to set up a screen, but before it can develop, he's brought down in the backfield. And that'll set up 4th down and long now. So 1st and goal inside the 5 has turned into 4th and goal from the 36.
And now you're kind of at a place where let's just be smart, make a good decision, right? We're looking at 30 seconds left in this half. We just don't want to do something that creates a scoring opportunity for them.
I would say, excuse me, probably run the clock down here and then throw it into the end zone. Make sure that if the defense comes down with it, that you're cognizant of making the tackle. So Osage will take a timeout. That'll leave 8 seconds left. And again, it's probably a situation where you want to give Maverick time to set up and just kind of throw it in the end zone and see what happens. If you're Boonville, the instruction is going to be knock it down. But boy, oh boy, when that ball is just coming right towards you, that is the hardest thing in the world to do. Your instinct is to catch it.
Well, and I like that play call. I like the screen pass. I like that play there in that situation.
It took a little too long to develop.
Yeah, just wasn't executed well, but it was a good decision. And so we'll just see what we can. Again, this is a tough position to put a quarterback in, right? Where the defense knows exactly you got to throw the ball in the air. We're going to bring some heat. We're going to have the secondary ready. Just, for Maverick, just don't try to force something that's not there. We're going to get the ball coming out at the half.
And I think if he would have got the time to set that up, like you said, they were very aggressive in their pass rush. Like that was going to be some positive yards there. We'll see what happens here on 4th down. Trusty takes the snap, hands it off. This is Colonius going left side, getting some blockers now. Flips it out to Aiden Williams as he tries to get down the sideline, but Boonville kind of playing back, saw that one. It's an option play. Williams is going to get the yards for that one, but Osage unable to get it into the end zone. So a 1st and goal opportunity at the end of the first half, and Osage can't come away with points. Tied up at 7 after 2 quarters of play. Take a break, come back with a Hy-Vee halftime report after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
High-Tech Collision and Auto Body Repair, serving the lake for nearly 30 years. Always there for you, towing 24/7. High-Tech has the best in complete collision repair. The lake's one-stop shop. Accidents are scary. Repairs shouldn't be. Proud to support Lake community and Camdenton and Osage football. Go Lakers, go Indians, go High-Tech.
High-Tech Auto Body and Towing. Body and Towing. Our quality.
348-9070.
Locally owned since 1979. It's Hi Brothers Lumber Company.
Hi, brother. Good morning, Carpenter Joe.
Morning, hi, brother. Oh, man.
Say, what's the problem, Carpenter Joe? You don't look happy with those 2x4s.
2x4s? Hi, brother. These 2x4s wouldn't count for driftwood.
Joe, let's get you to Hi Brothers Lumber Company. Always hand-picked premium lumber by a real pro, not some Joe.
Old South 5 in Camdenton.
No pressure, low prices.
Hi, this is Jason at Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Camdenton. Hewlett has been serving the Lake area for over 54 years, and we're proud to offer the lowest prices combined with a friendly, no-pressure environment. We are proud to offer our price match guarantee. You can buy locally without all the hassles and pressures of a big dealer, but still be confident you're getting the lowest prices on your purchase. I invite you to come experience the Hewlett difference today. Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Camdenton.
No pressure, low prices. That's the way we do it. Shop Hewlett.
ShopHewlett.com.
This summer's blockbuster is Magnum Matt Shrimp. The lake's hottest private investigator is also the best real estate agent on the lake. No real estate agent comes close to cracking the code on any deal. When he's not busting capers, he's killing major real estate deals. Forget Higgins. With Magnum Matt, you get the total package Berkshire Hathaway team. The lake's got fast boats, but Matt's got fast action when it comes to closing the deal of a lifetime.
Playing all summer, Matt Shrimp at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Lake Ozark Realty.
Every day, your Jefferson City and Osage Beach Hy-Vee pharmacies are committed to your health and wellness. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, Medicare Advantage plans, and most commercial plans, they'll cover up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month at no cost through Hy-Vee. Most plans cover these costs and no prescription is required. Stop in at your Osage Beach or Jefferson City Hy-Vee pharmacy and see the helpful pharmacy staff today.
All aboard! Rock Island Insurance, the pro team for your insurance needs. At Rock Island, they keep you on track with coverage you can afford for home, vehicle, property, casualty, and life. Juke the big hits. And let Rock Island Insurance block the way when it comes to your insurance needs. A proud supporter of our Osage Indians. Look them up online and Facebook. Rock Island Insurance, keeping you on track.
You talk about the playmaker. First touchdown of the game.
This is Osage Indians football on KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the Hy-Vee halftime show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, it is homecoming. If you're watching along on MoSportsZone.com, got that wide-angle lens. You can see the homecoming festivities taking place right now. First half of play in the books, and after 2 quarters of play, we are tied up at 7, but Osage has suffered a lot of self-inflicted wounds throughout that first half, Steve, really putting themselves in a tough spot a few times, really taking away opportunities from themselves. Osage on the first drive, I don't know if you want to get too far into it, but Osage, just talking about the mistakes they've made before I let you break down the drives. That first drive of the night for Boonville, 4th down, Osage makes the stop, flag thrown for roughing the passer. Next drive, Osage driving down the field, and they make a big gain before a holding penalty negates it, and it's called back. And then, the first drive of the night, Aiden Williams fumbles, and then the holding on the next, it didn't wind up being a huge problem, but certainly stopped them from that. And then another penalty on Boonville's drive, kind of causing problems for the Indians. And then this final drive of trying first and goal from the 4, and the snap goes over Maverick's head, a loss of 21, and just unable to recover and put points on the board there. So missed opportunities. What do you have as far as the drive summary for both teams tonight?
Yeah, so both teams have had 4 possessions here in that first half, and Boonville, again, as you mentioned, that first drive of 80 yards, assisted by our mistake where they're with the penalty on roughing the passer. With the scoring drive they go up 7-0. In their next 3 possessions, we forced them to punt the ball every time. So that was a great, transition there, great stepping up for our defense there. On the other side, with Osage, as you mentioned, that first drive, lost that fumble there. We answered them on our second possession with the touchdown. And that third possession was really the only time they've stopped us, I feel like, tonight. And then that 4th possession, what was really kind of painful about that? You're getting down 4 yards from pay dirt, but the plays to set that up, again, we're so effective in the run that we can set up those pass plays, and we had some really, that Landon Hall pass completion for a first down conversion there, and I think maybe Noah Stevens before that. Just, we work hard to set up those pass plays. They were successful. They get us in the scoring position there, and then we just kind of fall apart at that point and walk away at the end of the half with no points. And then if you go back into the script a little bit there, that punt by Maverick Trusty to put them just in the shadow of their end zone there at the 5-yard line, where they just, their playbook now is really restricted on what they can do because they're not going to take a lot of risk there at that part of the field. And we're able to get the stop and get such great field position and just waste that opportunity. We had a position there to score and then come out and get the ball here in this second half and really take control of the game. We still obviously have that opportunity here at the start of the third quarter to kind of impose our will on their defense, but just lost opportunities. What you hope here is here in about an hour-ish or so when we're talking about the end of the game that we're not reflecting on lost opportunities that we've seen in this first half.
Yeah, and like I said earlier in the game, Osage has not had a situation like this so far this season. It feels like any mistake that they've made in the previous games, they've been able to quickly recover from and kind of turn it around. But the mistakes have kind of been tenfold so far here tonight and kind of just piled on top of one another. If they can clean it up here in the second half, the defense is definitely in bend, don't break mode, just not letting McDonald and Bishop get far down the field. Boonville at times has been able to get chunks of yardage, but we saw that last week against Hallsville as well, where Stinson was able to get his plays, and Osage was just focused on shutting everyone else down. Bishop and McDonald at times have gotten their plays off, but this Osage defense has held up strong aside from that first drive in keeping Boonville's offense in check.
Yeah, and you're going to see that with a defense that plays so aggressively, right? When you're bringing so much heat on such a consistent basis, an offense is going to get some opportunities, can convert that. But in the end, when you're forcing a team to punt the ball 3 times in half, you're going to call that a win and celebrate that. You know, this is actually, as you mentioned, really the first close game that we've seen at half for Osage all year long. We've had the one loss. That was not close at halftime. Every game we've had so far this year, our mistakes have come really at a time where it seemed like the game was in hand. This is a game, at least it has the feel so far. We'll see how the second half unfolds, but it's a tight game as we thought it might be. The mistakes are really going to be compounded and magnified here. So we got to come out, and I'm sure that's the conversation there in that locker room right here. How do you win the tight games? That moves a good team to a great team when you can win the tight competitive games.
Yeah, we'll see if Osage can come back here in the second half, tied up at 7 right now. Osage, a big win last week, though, over Hallsville. Final score 52-16 in that one. Let's take a break, listen to the highlights from last week's game, and then come back for the Hy-Vee halftime report after that. Break down other stuff going on here locally in the area and within the state. And we'll check that out after the highlights from last week. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports. Right side, he gets a block, splits a level, 45, 50, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, breaks 2 tackles and into the end zone. Jason Colonius with the touchdown. Maverick back in the pistol. He's got Colonius and Williams with him. Takes a snap, hands it off to Williams, left side, and just carries a man into the end zone. Touchdown. Quick throw out to the right. That ball is tipped and intercepted. Schreiman with it. Now looking to get some room, looking for some blockers. Cuts back in, now right to left before being hit and brought down. But that pass was tipped and intercepted by the sophomore Schreiman. Maverick takes a snap, hands it off Colonius, right side, now cuts back in. Gets some blockers downfield and into the end zone easily for a touchdown. His second of the night. Takes a snap, hands it off to Williams, left side, and he gets the edge. The 40, the 30, the 20. Nobody's going to catch him, and he is into the end zone. Takes a snap, looks out to the right, now throws back out to the left, and the pass is jumped by Landon Childs, an interception, and he's going to take this one to the house.
Attention all contractors, homeowners, and equipment enthusiasts. United Rentals has everything you need. That's right, and if they don't, they'll go to work to find it or order the piece of equipment that you need. With one of the largest fleets in the country, they carry everything from man lifts and telehandlers to skid steers and excavators. United Rentals not only rents, they sell used equipment as well. Looking for equipment service? Look no further than United Rentals to take care of your fleet. Take Highway 42 to Blue Ridge Road. United Rentals, helping you build the future.
Tradition runs in the family. Family vacation, family Sunday dinner, and family holiday gatherings. Lake of the Ozarks boaters find top quality boats and service at Kelly's Port. The same owner and manager for over 40 years. Now that's a tradition. Start your own family tradition on a new Regal boat or Bennington pontoon, backed by highly trained and certified technicians. Kelly's Port on Business 54 in Osage Beach, the marina on Dude Ranch Road, or online kellysport.com. Book your winterization now.
Heart attacks don't follow a 9 to 5. Neither do we. A full heart attack response team is on call day and night. It's a demanding job. But then again, we never mind being woken up by our neighbors. Lake Regional Health System. Our commitment runs deep.
Kids ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything. but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Contact one of Miller County Health Center's certified car seat techs for assistance at 573-369-2400.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
This is Osage Indians football on KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the Hy-Vee Halftime Show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here at School of the Osage High School for the Hy-Vee Halftime Report, and we have a new queen of School of the Osage.
Indeed we do.
Go ahead.
Genevieve Roboto.
That's right. Genevieve Roboto is the queen. And now we have a queen candidate leading the band.
Wow.
Look at that. Or is that just normal drum major wear for School of the Osage?
And I tell you what, to the platform she has to climb up there in that beautiful dress there, that could not have been an easy task.
I can't relate, but I would assume
I don't know who that is. Do we know who the drum major is?
I didn't catch it. I think Mr. Yoder said it.
Somebody listening knows.
I'm sure somebody listening knows who the drum major is, but she did a wonderful job. Dress looks amazing, got up there, and now she is leading the Osage band. Osage and Boonville tied up at 7-all here after 2 quarters of play. Let's talk about some other local area stuff going on. I only saw a score for Blair Oaks and Eldon, and that was 49-0 at halftime, so probably won't be updating that one too much throughout the rest of this night. Blair Oaks firmly in control of that one. As far as other local sports go, Mizzou
I thought that the 49ers were playing the Seahawks last night.
Not on my TV.
Yes.
No, not on my TV. I was out helping my lovely fiance shop for stuff for her Halloween party at work. So if there was a football game on, I missed it.
So just to make sure everybody clues in, you're a big Seahawks fan. So I have a hard time believing you didn't watch any of that game.
The Blues are 2-0 after last night, and they play again tonight in Las Vegas against the Golden Knights.
Go Blues.
Yeah.
Go 49ers.
Let's go. Okay. And I don't know who the Seahawks play this weekend. I'll have to look later on my phone, but
I'm sure you know. I know you know that.
Nope, nothing. And then the Chiefs have a bye this week, so that means they can't win. So that's a positive.
It's kill. You're going to say that. You're on air.
Oh, right. I can't say that.
You can't say
the
that.
Chiefs are on bye this week. They don't have a game. I think the Seahawks are on a bye, too. I'll have to look into that. They don't have a game this week. But Yeah, the Blues play tonight, 2-0. Steve, did you get out last night and see the Aurora Borealis? Did you see the Northern Lights?
You know what's interesting is I did not. And I should have, because I was actually working at a middle school volleyball game, running the clock and the scoreboard there. And so I'm leaving about 8:15.
Yeah.
And I just didn't notice anything unusual as I was driving home. But then my wife sends me this picture or whatever. Like, that's beautiful. How did I not see that? I don't know. What time? I don't know. I just, my wife, she says I have a superpower. Have I told you this?
No, what is it?
My superpower is being oblivious.
I could see that.
So perhaps that's why I missed the beautiful sky last night. Although she sent me the picture, and I was like, well, I looked at the picture, but I could look at a picture of that on Google too, right? So I want to see it in person, I want to do the real thing. And I missed it.
That's tough.
But I hear it's supposed to be tonight, right? As well?
Well, probably not with these fireworks going off. I don't know. Probably make it more difficult to see it.
Is that you got the scientific research behind that?
I got many scientific people are saying.
Okay. Your research team.
I went out last night to look for the Northern Lights myself, and I actually thought that I saw them. It wasn't. I did get a good look at Uranus. I was able to see that with the help of a telescope, but I did not see the Northern Lights last night. What?
Speechless.
I had a telescope. What's the problem? Ivy halftime report winding down here. And you know what? While I have the floor, Steve, I kind of want to take you to task, Steve.
Oh, please.
So I do these interviews with Coach Jolly earlier in the week, right? And the very first thing I do when I get done with the interview, as I'm walking up the steps, finishing my interview, I text you the interview. Tuesday afternoon, I text you. And it never ceases to amaze me. It really never ceases to amaze me. I send the interview Tuesday at like 3:15. I'm like, hey, check it out. Here's what Jolly had to say. This week, Friday morning, like 5:30 in the morning, you're like, sounds great. Said a lot of good stuff there. And I'm like, first of all, don't ever text me at this time again. Who's awake at the? Were you looking for the Northern Lights at 5:30 this morning? What are you doing, Steve? Last week, you're texting me at like 9:45 on Thursday night. You're like, had a lot of good things to say. I'm like, yeah, Steve, I sent this. Do you not check your phone?
I just don't listen to it immediately.
Yeah, apparently not. 5:30 this morning. I thought it was an emergency. I thought something was wrong. Who's texting me this early about Coach Jolly's interview?
Why were you awake?
You woke me up.
I did not.
You did. You did. Sleeping in on a Friday, but no, sir, not with Steve.
Well, I'm sorry.
How about this? How about I send it on Tuesday and you listen to it on Tuesday and get back to me about it?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You're waiting 2 or 3 days to get back. You know what? I send it to the studio, and Chris Boom Boom, he fixes it up and gets it right back to me. It's 10 minutes.
That's why he has the nickname.
You might as well be 10 days. 5:30 this morning.
It was a great interview.
Was it? Thanks.
It was
I'm
a
glad
great
you enjoyed
interview.
it.
Well done. Well done.
Unbelievable. Thought there was something major going on.
I'm not, I have a reputation for not responding to text promptly.
Oh, I was oblivious to that. Completely unaware of that.
I'm glad that we're emphasizing all my positive qualities here in this halftime show.
I just want to know. Well, it feels like it.
But it was a great interview. It was a great interview. You and Coach Jolly, I really just like the chemistry going on there. You guys have a good connection.
Yeah, he has been awesome this year. I went in before the season started and I kind of told him what I wanted to do with the interviews. And, you and I, not to get on our soapbox about it, but like, we talk about during the basketball season as well. Like we really aim to emphasize the positives in these broadcasts and with this team and everything that goes into this competitive game each and every week. And sometimes it's hard. You take a look at that Blair Oaks game, and it's hard to bring out the positive sometimes. But even those interviews, even the interview after the Blair Oaks game and in the week after that, Coach Jolly was, he was talking about the things his kids did well and the things he wants to improve. And he's been tremendous this year. I've enjoyed my time with him. I've enjoyed getting to sit and talk with him. When the microphone is turned off, he's been awesome then too. Like, he's been very open about the team and what he wants to do. And sometimes he doesn't want to give that away on the air, and I understand that. You don't want to kind of show your hand, but everything that he does for this school and for this group of young men is just he's great. I'm a huge Coach Jolly fan, and it's been great for me to sit down and get to know him and get to talk to him just about something that he loves so much in football this season.
Well, here's one thing that I hope is true about Coach Jolly in those situations, that he just feels safe, right, with us. You're the one doing the interviewing. I don't get to be a part of Tuesday. I do get to be in the room when you interview him post-game. But we are unapologetically Osage fans, and we are supporters of these young men on the field. We're supportive of the coaches. We are supportive of Coach Jolly. And so none of these guys ever have to feel like they're going to be in a gotcha moment with you or with us. We're completely pro Jolly and pro Osage. And so I think, when you have that set aside, when you have that established, then you're like, okay, I can feel safe here to answer these questions and know that there's really no risk here. And so, kudos to you for just establishing that relationship with him and with the station as well. And I just love those interviews. I love seeing that side of Coach Jolly. Got a little surprise for Coach Jolly here. It's not a big deal. But again, I've got his daughter in class, and I'm like, hey, what's he drink? What's the guy drink?
Okay, so you get him a water every week.
Get him a water every week for his interview. That's my part. So he's getting a Pepsi tonight. We'll see if I got good sound information.
I hope it's a victory Pepsi.
True.
Tied up here at 7, getting ready to start the third quarter, brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Schrimpf. Our second half sponsor. The Indians will start the third quarter with the football. Coach Jolly, after the interview, after we stopped recording, he said that he sent you an email asking how his interviews have been. And he said he hadn't heard back from you yet.
Number one, that's a lie. Number two, that's not a surprise.
What?
You're not a truth teller here in this moment.
Williams and Schreiman, Drake Williams and Schreiman back to receive the kickoff. And that kick is away, and Schreiman will field it at the 20. Looking to get some blocks. Now does. Try to kick it to the outside. Now he'll step back inside and follow his blockers. He'll be brought down right around the 45. And that is where School of the Osage will take over. So a short kick from Boonville, and Osage will come out, and they'll be looking to clean up the errors from the first half. We already broke down all the self-inflicted wounds that the Indians suffered here in the first half, looking to clean it up and bring home a victory here tonight in the second half. We always talk, not to cut you off, sorry, but we always talk about the changes that the Indians want to make, and we do that in basketball all the time, but Boonville's making changes too at halftime, so it's going to be a matter of adjusting to the adjustments. Takes a snap, handoff. Williams, right side, cuts back in. Now splits a tackler, drags the man across the first down marker, and that's a Pacific Pools first down after a gain of 11.
Crossing midfield there into Boonville territory at about the 44-yard line. I was just going to brag on Hunter Schreiman there again, sophomore, giving him a chance to receive these kickoffs. That's put a lot of trust in the young man, and he feels like every time he gets the ball, something magic can happen.
Now Williams up the middle, great block, puts his head down and cut down at the legs after picking up about 7. That'll make it second and short. Good couple runs to start this first drive of the third quarter. Make it second and 4.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Tackle made by Cooper Pfeiffer. He's at the second down and 4.
Not much adjustments here from Osage on offense. We're just coming out and put it in the hands of the guy that we know can take us down the field, and here's the other one.
Yeah, Colonius takes that handoff, and he's cut down after about 4, so it's going to be third down and a real short here, maybe about a yard.
Ball on the Boonville. Dr. Yoder. Coach Yoder.
Coach Yoder. 3rd and 1 for Osage. Maverick in the pistol. Takes the snap, hands it off to Williams, up the middle. That's enough for a first down. Now, some agile moves. Gets a block downfield from Schreiman inside the 10-5. Touchdown! Aiden Williams, a 35-yard run on 3rd down to put points on the board.
This is not the first time we've seen it this year where Osage has had pivotal moments in a game, and they're like, just to come out and be who we are. Hand it to our big backs here. And, wow, what a magical carry there. Once he gets in the open field, he shows
Nimble
that speeds. Oh, man. Just
avoiding the tackle with the nimble feet. Mr. Osage. Kick is up and good. 14-7. First drive of the second half results in points. Less than 2 minutes off the clock. And Osage up by 7. Take a break. Back with a kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
This is America, where football means football.
As the bumps and bruises of football season and life build up on our bodies, wouldn't it be nice to soak away those issues in a brand new Bullfrog Spa from Pacific Pools? Enjoy stepping away from the rigors of life, the aches and pains of the past, and current injuries, arthritis, or stress of the workday. Get yourself into Pacific Pools and order your new Bullfrog Spa today. It only takes 21 days to construct and ship. And listen to the Lakers take the field, all while soaking in your new Bullfrog Spa. This is Osage Indians football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Hollylift Boat Lift.
So Osage gets the ball to start the 3rd quarter and takes it down the field. Less than 2 minutes. Aiden Williams, a 35-yard run.
Yeah, usually when you see a drive that lasts 4 plays, your hopes are high. But when part of those 4 plays includes a 35-yard run for a touchdown, hey, we'll take that every time.
Kick is away from Clark, and this one will bounce into the end zone. We saw some chicanery with that kick earlier. So it'll be a touchback, and Boonville will have it 1st and 10 from the 20. So the Osage offense responding here to start the second half. Let's see what this Osage defense can do. Gave up points on the first drive of the night to the Pirates, and then shut them down on the 3 consecutive possessions. We'll see if they can keep that up here.
They came up pretty aggressive on that first drive, throwing the ball right off the bat. They got to be feeling the pressure a little bit here.
10-17 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Bishop, the man in motion, 2 wide receivers outright. Hands it off, McDaniel up the middle, and he's wrangled down by Landon Hall. It's going to be a gain of 0. Gain of 1. Under 10 minutes left to go here in the quarter now. Just underway here in the second half, but Osage already put points up on the board. Second and 9. Bishop takes the snap. Play action. Now looking over the middle, has his man. There's a reception that looks like Leathers, and he's going to be just past the first down marker. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Boonville coming up at the 31-yard line.
Nice little pattern there, just down the field and cuts into the middle here.
Just a quick slant. And if you get your receiver wide enough out there, there's not much the cornerback can do in that situation. He can try and jump it, but then if you have it designed to go over his head, then you're in a world of hurt.
Yeah, and it's just such a quick pass, it's hard to get pressure on that, so well-designed play.
Now this handoff. They move McDaniel out to the right, but Isaac Williams reads that perfectly and brings down Bryce Newham.
Isaac Williams having a good night defensively here. He's been creating some havoc.
He's having a good season. I feel like not to take it one step further on you, but we have said his name quite a few times on defense this year. I-dubs is what they call him at practice.
You get to watch a little practice on Tuesday?
Every now and again. S-Dums up here in the booth with me. No?
No.
Okay. Well, back to the drawing board. McDaniel, left side, trying to get into that second level, but brought down after about a gain of 2. I make it 3rd down and I'd say 4. So a big play here for this Osage defense. Big play for the Boonville offense. Big play for this broadcast team. Don't mess it up.
I'm trying.
I know.
I'm feeling the pressure. We got a guest in the booth now. I'm feeling even a little more pressure.
I know. I got my Uber Eats finally delivered up here. Man in motion out to the left. Bishop takes the snap, looking to throw. Here comes the blitz from Drake Williams. And he's going to chase Bishop out. Bishop has to get rid of it, throws it out to the sidelines. And good defense out there from Landon Childs. Good pursuit from Drake Williams. And that third down conversion is no good.
And just a courageous throw by Bishop there, feeling the pressure and just kind of heaves it out there. And really pretty decent placement, maybe just a little bit out of bounds there.
Well, he put it in a spot where only his guy could come down with it. Unfortunately, that spot was out of bounds for them. Fortunately for Osage.
Yes. And here's our fourth punt in a row here. Great job by the Osage defense. Playing tough on a night they have to.
A very low punt. Schreiman will get a chance to return this one. Grabs it off the bounce and is immediately brought down. And, we said this the last couple weeks now. Schreiman is trying to make these big plays on special teams. And this is something that Coach Jolly and I actually talked about off the air. Didn't get a chance to bring it up on the air. But Coach Jolly says he likes that about Schreiman. He likes to have that guy out there that has the mindset of, I'm going to make a big play here in this situation. Unable to do so there, just a return of 1 yard, and it sets up 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line.
Yeah, kind of a risky reception there in that punt, but it kept that bounce from going further down the field and helped our field position here. So pretty gutsy, as you said, play.
Pitch out to Stevens, looking to get a lead block. Now tries to come back and is immediately met and brought down.
Not a play that was designed to reverse the field there.
No.
He does that.
He turned around
to the ground.
Turned around to come back and was immediately met, I believe, by Clayton Schuster.
Loss of 5 or 6 there on that one, we'll say.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and long.
Ball at the Osage, 22-yard line.
Maverick takes a snap. Loses a handle on it. Somehow Drake Williams comes up with it. The ball went right to him, but unfortunately didn't really get a chance to get his feet under him. So the snap goes over Maverick's head. He manages to get a hand on it, and Drake just comes down with it, tries to make something out of it, and I think it's going to be a no gain.
Second time we've seen that snap be a problem tonight, and I don't know that we've noticed that earlier here this season, but it's, that cost us some points there on that closing drive of the first half and kind of hurting us here. 3rd down and a lot to go, 15.
3 wide receivers out left. Look for Maverick to roll out this way. Nope, he's going to look over here. Instead, he's going to step up. But got plenty of room to run. Trusty's going to take off. Trying to get over toward. We'll take a break. 6:04 left to go. And a player down for Boonville.
Of Osage Radio.
And there it is. So Maverick, they go back in the punt formation and then bring it up tight, go for the hard count, and just like Steve Adams would, the Boonville Pirates fell for it and jumped off sides. And that is a first down, a Pacific Pools first down for the Indians.
And we haven't seen, that's the biggest impact of his hard count on the snap that we've seen all season long. What a great conversion there. That doesn't show up in the stat lines right there. But then you combine that with his run, like a 15-yard game before that. Well done, Maverick Trusty.
From the quarterback through the deep
with that run to Noah Stevens that we have seen be effective, right? Yeah. But that hurt us there. We had to kind of dig out of a hole. We're going to give credit to Maverick Trusty for that run and then that penalty. And here we go. Hand it back to who we know can take us down the field.
This one's going to go to Drake Williams, and he's trying to get to the outside, and he's going to pick up 2 before being brought down. And Drake wants to bounce him out, Steve. You're not going to find Drake Williams running between the tackles too often. He wants to get to the edge, and he wants to break big gains, and he almost did right there. Brought down by about the last guy who could make that stop. Makes it 3rd and 1 here. A big play for this Indian offense right at midfield. 2 wide receivers outright. Maverick with Drake and Aiden Williams next to him. Takes the snap, and it's Aiden Williams up the middle, just running into his blockers, pushing the pile himself. And it's enough to get across midfield for another Pacific Pools first down.
5-yard gain on the play. That'll be enough for another Osage.
Boonville territory here, about the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. I tell you what, if we're a 3rd and 1 with Aiden Williams in the background, I'm going to bet on us every time.
Yeah. Coming up on 4 minutes here. This is a big drive for this Osage offense. Maverick takes a snap, hands it off. This is Drake Williams, right side, gets to the outside, now splits back in, breaks a defender into the second level, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Drake Williams between the tackles, just like I said.
Wow, what an impressive run, and what just a change in pace when you give it to Aiden Williams and just the power back, and all of a sudden, hey, now let's give it to the brother who it's hard to, he's just slippery, right?
Yeah, you see, watching the replay back here, just broke 2 tackles, and there's nothing the Boonville defense can do, just unable to bring him down. And once he gets into open field like that, Steve, you're not going to catch him. I could, but nobody else could. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up and good. 21-7 on the board. 21 unanswered points for the Indians. They got a 14-point lead. Take a break, back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
The Butcher Shop in Camdenton, honored supporter of the Osage Indians and Camdenton Lakers. Come in Monday through Saturday for the finest cuts, entrees, sides, sandwiches, and dinner needs. Always serving fresh hot ribs for Friday Night Lights. The Butcher Shop Catering, custom catering with our recipes or your grandma's. We cook to order. Customer service is #1 for any event, any size. The Butcher Shop behind Central Bank in Camdenton, a proud supporter of high school sports.
This is Osage Indians football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
3:42 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. 21 unanswered from the Indians to have a 21-7 lead over the Boonville Pirates. Go ahead.
No, I'm just going to talk about the drive here. 8-play drive starting at their own 28 after Hunter Schreiman kind of stops that punt from bouncing towards our end zone there. We had, like I said, the hole there at the beginning because of that loss of several yards on the first play of that drive. Coming back on the big 3rd down conversion. And then again, capped it off by Drake Williams with his big, a 46-yard run for a touchdown.
Yeah, Osage offense coming out and looking very good here in the second half. And that has given the Indians a 14-point lead. Steve, what if I told you that the special guest that we have up here in the booth tonight had a chance to bring us like 50 pumpkin spice snickerdoodles and didn't bring us one?
Oh, I just can't believe that's true. That has to be slander. Certainly a person who had an opportunity to do that would bring at least 2.
At least one, or at least
right.
one for you, but no. Incomplete pass down the sideline. Bishop rolling out right, looking to throw one deep. Good defense there from Landon Childs.
Are you a fan of the snickerdoodle?
It's okay. These were amazing.
I thought she didn't bring any.
Well, I had them. I mean, I was forced to try
So
them.
there's two people in this room who had the opportunity to bring me a snickerdoodle.
Did I try?
Did
I try? I did try. I said, let's bring these to the broadcast. Nope. She said, not for Dum Dum or Bum Bum, whatever your name was.
I don't believe she would call me that.
Oh, boy. To the left. And a one-handed catch there from the freshman, Landon Kahns. And he's able to break it, maybe for the biggest gain of the night for Boonville here so far.
Yeah,
I think that is their biggest play.
21-yard gain here. Third play of the drive now. We're looking at it's going to be at the Boonville 40-yard line.
See, it's because I sat down. I got to stand back up. I jinxed us.
Nobody knows whether you stand
Well,
or sit.
I take credit. I take credit. I take blame, Steve. That's the kind of man I am. Play action. Bishop rolling out to the right, running away from Colonius, doing everything he can. Gets it out to Kahns, but it goes off his hands. So he had his man, just unable to bring it in.
That's got to be frustrating for Bishop where, he's running for his life. And I tell you what, if I've got Jason Colonius running around, chasing me down, I'm going to feel anxious about that. But he puts the ball in a good place. Kahns just can't bring it in.
I think if I was in that situation, Jason wouldn't run after me like that. I think he likes me and respects me.
I just don't think he would have to run to catch you.
Too many snickerdoodles. 3:22 left to go here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. 2nd down and 10 from the 41-yard line. Bishop takes a snap, hands it off to McDonald. Ball is loose on the deck, and I think Osage might have come up with it. A bad handoff, and Osage has the football. It is an official turnover. Bishop trying to give it to his running back, McDonald, and they just never had the handoff and lost it completely, and I didn't see who came out of the pile with the football.
I thought it looked like maybe a decent handoff.
Yeah.
He just didn't bring it in. He had the ball and then fumbled it after that. We get the advantage of just a little bit of a delay here. What a huge play. Everything going Osage way here so far in this third quarter. Got about 3 minutes and 15 seconds left here.
Maverick back in the pistol, takes a snap, hands it off Williams up the middle, runs over the first would-be tackler, and then drags 5 Pirates for a few extra yards. I would venture to say that a Pirate probably wouldn't be a good football player.
Well, he wouldn't follow the rules. Right?
No.
Pirates don't follow rules.
They have a code.
They follow their own rules.
That's the code. Do you have a code?
To get in,
to get into your garage. What's your garage code? Write this down. Maverick back on 2nd and 5. Hands it off to Colonius, left side. And Jason just turning his back towards the lineman now, trying to pick up some extra yards. A little pushing back and forth between the blockers and tacklers. Looks like tug of war at the elementary sports day.
Ball about at the Boonville 34-yard line.
3rd down and 3 here for Osage. Coming up with the turnover on the fumble, now trying to take advantage of that. Big play here for the Indians. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the third. Maverick back in the pistol. Takes a snap, hands it off. Williams, left side. Trying to get to the edge. Now slips it back in. And he's going to be near the first down marker, but not quite enough. It's going to be 4th down and a yard right near the 30-yard line. 4th down, and I'd say about a yard and a half.
What do you do here, sir?
You go for it.
Yeah, you got to.
The area of the field
in really every facet of the game. And Boonville's going to have to come up with an answer in a hurry.
This kick away and into the end zone. Another touchback for Brady Clark and this Osage special teams. 1:03 left to go here in the third. Osage 20 points in this quarter.
And on that drive, again, it was a 4-play drive, and on that, they had them 4th down and 1, and all of a sudden they rip off a 35 or 34-yard gain. And on the previous drive, similar thing where Drake Williams rips it off for 46 yards. Incredible. Just giving up the big play here. We saw that last week in Hallsville. Well, the big play on the run, no less.
And listen, on a couple of these big plays, the running backs have been the ones making the plays.
Yes.
I mean, we've seen some blocks downfield, but it is cutting back in and avoiding tackles that's been key for these running backs. Now Boonville trying to establish the ground game themselves. Picking up 2 yards on first down is McDonald. And see, here's the problem, Steve. You sat back down. It's been good luck with you standing.
I've been sitting the whole time.
2nd down and 8 for the Pirates.
Similar play calling, strategy here as Hallsville last week, right? Looking to the sideline, not going to the huddle.
Takes a snap. Now the handoff up the middle. This is Newham. And he's not going to get anything. So it'll be 3rd down. That'll be the final play of the third quarter, most likely here. 10 seconds left on the clock. We'll see if Boonville tries to get a play in before the end of the quarter. But this third quarter has been all Osage. 27 unanswered since Boonville took a 7-0 lead. 1 quarter of play left as the time runs out here in the third. 27-7 on the scoreboard. Osage in front. Take a break back with the final quarter of play after this. Listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
Let's get back to the action of Osage Indians football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
About to get this fourth quarter underway here, brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp, our second half sponsors throughout the course of this season. And what a second half it has been for the School of the Osage Indians. 20-0 on the scoreboard just in the third quarter alone. 27 unanswered from Osage, and they have a 27-7 lead.
Craig, that's a mean Cotton Eye Joe you're jigging up there. That's impressive.
Even with a weak ankle.
I wish you wouldn't kick me like that,
Well,
but
listen.
that's...
I'm going to kick my leg like this, and if you get in the way, it's your own fault.
Next time, don't wear a kilt, okay? I'm just seeing
that's-
things that's not good.
I wear what fits. Bishop rolling out to the right. Looking for a man. Now has him back behind the defense and off his hands. That was Cons. It's going to be a penalty on Boonville, though. They had a legal motion. It was almost like arena football, Steve. You know how in arena football they're allowed to have the receiver running towards the line of scrimmage? That's kind of, look, you see here on the replay, he's already moving down the field as that ball, before the ball was snapped. So it's an illegal shift.
Good call. Your eyes were right on that.
That penalty is declined, though, because it was third down, and that'll bring up fourth down. Again, homecoming here tonight. A great crowd, great turnout. Nary a seat to be found in here.
And we got a good view of the crowd where we're at. I love this. You ever miss just being out there in the middle of everybody?
Nope.
Nope, because we were there last week. No, actually, just 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
maybe.
We have been there. Schreiman fields this punt. Now wants to move, cuts back. Trying to slip a tackle, but he's brought down at the 38-yard line, and Osage will take over for the first time here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 at the 38, and they have a chance to put this game away on this drive. Again, if you're just tuning in, Osage newly purchased LED down markers. The big story of this game.
Does that mean that somebody's listening to us? Can we take credit for that? You know, we were pushing for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that.
Let's keep bringing up full catering in our booth and see if we can get that to happen.
Just some catering, like snickerdoodles maybe. I don't know.
1st and 10 carry. Williams runs into the pile. He's going to pick up about 4 before being brought down.
Ball on the Osage. We'll call it the 43-yard line. 2nd and 5 is what the scoreboard said.
Clock running, and Osage has no problem with that clock running down here in the fourth quarter. Coming up on 11 minutes to go. This fourth quarter just underway. 27-7 on the board. Osage out in front. Maverick hands off. Colonius trying to get to the edge. Had a lead block. Just couldn't quite cut around that corner there, and he's brought down a loss of maybe 2. And that'll set up a big third down play here as Boonville trying to get a stop, trying to crawl their way back into this one. And Osage trying to put it away.
Dr. Yoder telling us it's 3rd down and 6 here.
What do you think? Does that look like 6 to you?
That looks like a really long 6 that I would call
looks like a long 7.
Healthy 7, yeah.
Not sure about that 6 call. 4 wide receivers out. Maverick takes the snap, looking to throw, setting up the screen, and just slow development again. Did not get the look they wanted there, and Maverick taken down in the backfield for a quarterback sack, and that'll bring up a punt situation here.
Bring the ball all the way back to the Osage 31-yard line. And 4th down and, well, it depends. I don't know. Who's calling it?
6.
So 4th down and 6. We'll say 4th down and 16. And that's the second time this game that Boonville's brought the heat at just the right time to really just end a drive for us. That came the other time, what was at the end of the half there, they were able to do that.
Maverick back to punt. Boonville likely to bring a lot of pressure here, try and get themselves back into it. Low snap. Gets the kick away. Somebody might have got a hand on that one, honestly. And Boonville is going to field it, and he's going to be immediately brought down right where he catches it. So I'm not sure if somebody got a hand on it, but they were definitely two defenders back there trying and getting close to getting a hand on it. Maverick still able to get the kick away, though. Boonville trying to make a return on it. And that'll make it 1st and 10 for them at the 37-yard line. And they have to get some points on the board here against this Osage defense.
Yeah, from an Osage perspective, that punt looked just a little bit scary. The pressure was there, and it looked like they could have touched it for sure, but it really works out in our favor. Not a bad punt here.
Cons out in motion. Left side, 2 wide receivers over there for Bishop. Takes the snap, now hands it off to McDonald. And he is met in the backfield, and that is Colonius and Hall. And they have been McDonald's worst nightmare, which usually I'm McDonald's worst nightmare.
I knew something was coming there. We're not getting laughter here. We're getting.
You get used to it.
Okay. Losing a couple yards there. Going to put the ball back at, the 35-yard line. 2nd down, and we'll say, I guess 11 or 12 here.
2nd down and 6. Bishop moving a man out. That's Cons once again. After the big stop on 1st down. Play action, now looking to get it out in the flats quickly. And Drake Williams, they just could not get a hand on him, Steve. They were trying to set up a little bubble screen, just a little quick flare out, and Drake Williams just outran his blocker, but they're still able to get about 4, maybe 5 yards on it. Sets up 3rd down in medium range. 6.
I'll say that's
you know what?
That's a 6 there.
That's 6.
Or 12, as the scoreboard says, but we're going to say 6.
I go off whatever Coach Yoder says.
Usually that'll get you in a good place.
Yeah. Bishop takes a snap, looks out right. Now wants to throw it deep. And that is offensive pass interference. They do not call it. Arrowwood was on the coverage. And the arm was clearly extended to create space, Steve.
You know, and as long as they let him do that, he's going to keep doing that. And that's not the first time we've seen that this game. Thankfully, it's really not, brought any fruit for them.
Brings up a 4th down and 6.
Do you like fruit?
Some fruit.
What's your favorite fruit?
I'm going to say the strawberry.
That's a good pick.
But I probably eat more bananas than anything else.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good source of potassium. Punt formation out. This kick is away, and it's a pretty good one. But Schreiman able to field it. He'll take it, and he's looking for some blocks downfield now. Now cuts it back up the sideline. Gets a step on his man. Cuts it back in at the 40. And brought down near the 45, but another great return there from Schreiman. And Osage will take over. 7:41 left to go here in the 4th.
On the tackle for Boonville, Momo Jones.
I think my favorite fruit is by the foot.
Osage will have the 1st down and 10.
Your favorite fruit?
Fruit by the foot.
Fruit by the foot.
Yeah, the little snack things.
I'm not familiar. Have I told you my little trivia about bananas?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Handoff goes to Williams on the right side. Now cuts it back in. And now he's into the 2nd level. Nobody brings him down. I would say all 11 Pirates hit Williams on that play before he's eventually brought down after a gain of 14. A Pacific Pools 1st down puts them into Boonville territory. What's your banana trivia?
Well, just a little factoid that humans eat more bananas than monkeys. Do you believe that?
Yeah. There's like 7 billion of us. How many monkeys are there? Like 20?
I think there's a lot of monkeys. There's a lot of monkeys, but
I want to know the per capita numbers.
Well, I can prove that to you after this play here. I don't want to interfere with someone.
We'll come back for that, folks. Colonius trying to get out to the edge. And he's going to pick up a couple of yards, and now they're pushing the pile. The referee's letting this one go. And Osage is going to push Colonias for an extra 3 or 4 yards. Okay, now how do you know this? How do you know that humans eat more bananas than monkeys do?
Okay, I think I can prove it by asking you 2 questions.
Please.
How many bananas do you normally eat on a regular basis? Just, ballpark.
Like per month or week? Or?
Sure, whatever.
The answer's the same, 100.
100. Okay, how many monkeys do you normally eat in that same time frame?
Okay. 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Indians.
Humans eat more bananas than monkeys.
Can't argue with the facts. Trusty hands it off. And Williams trying to cut back inside. And brought down just shy of the goal line. I got one for you. Did you hear about the Scarecrow that got the award?
I did not.
Yeah, he was outstanding in his field.
That's good. That's good.
Is it? I don't think so. Do you want to know where I heard that joke? A stranger at a grocery store told me that joke, as if I needed to be told that joke.
That's unusual. It's an unusual conversation.
I said, Dad, get out of here. 3rd down and 2. This handoff goes to Williams up the middle, and he's going to be right near the marker. And again, we get into this shoving the pile match. And it's going to be real close to a Pacific Pools first down. Boonville says 4th down. And I think the referees do as well. When's the last time we had a measurement?
Yeah, not now apparently. So ball about at the Boonville 32, we'll say.
Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway.
4th down in a fraction of a yard. I like our odds here.
I don't do that kind of math.
When I said fraction, I lost you.
You lost me.
Yeah, same with my students. Yeah, that's how it works in a math class.
Understandable.
Timeout for Osage.
Yeah, Osage wants a timeout. They want to talk about this 4th down and less than 1 to go play. We'll take a timeout as well. 27-7, brought to you by Cabinetry Pros. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When disaster strikes, count on the one team that can fix it. U.S. Disaster Restoration. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week emergency service. They tackle disaster in one phone call. 573-552-1972. Specializing in water, mold, fire, trauma, and storm damage. Call U.S. Disaster Restoration. 573-552-1972. A proud supporter of your Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians.
Is he outstanding in his field because the Scarecrow is normally found in a field. That's what makes the joke.
Well, now that you drew it on the paper, I understand.
Yeah, I know it's hard for you to understand. So back here at School of the Osage, 4:52 left to go here in the 4th quarter. 4th down and inches coming up here for the Indians. Handoff goes to Williams on the right side, and he just runs into the pile and through the pile and gets a Pacific Pools first down for School of the Osage.
Going to put the ball now at the Boonville 28-yard line. 1st and 10, inching closer to the end zone, and again, we're looking at 4 minutes and change left in this ball game with the Boonville Pirates down by 20. This drive is a nightmare for them.
Yeah. They're very slow and methodic in its pace. Osage looking to put this one away. This handoff goes to Drake Williams. He cuts it back inside, now cuts it back outside. Has one man to beat and just can't quite get past him, but he gets him into the Winter Shelton Real Estate red zone. And Drake Williams, we know what we're getting from Aiden Williams and Jason Colonius, but what a treat it has been to watch Drake Williams run as the course of this season has gone on.
Nice little tumble and somersault there at the end. He's just fun to watch. He's pretty magic here for sure.
It looked like me out at the trampoline park. Agile.
I haven't had the pleasure.
I invited you. It was my birthday.
Well, you text. I'm slow.
Yeah, I text you. Text me in April and said happy birthday. Handoff goes to Williams. Now cuts back inside. Aiden Williams now cuts back in again and into the end zone. 3rd time tonight. 3rd time this half for the Indians. And this one might be put away.
Wow. What a half for Osage.
Coach Jolly might enjoy his Pepsi later.
I sure hope.
Instead of just angrily drinking it after a loss. Victory Pepsi. I hope Coach Jolly gets up here and he goes, I don't like Pepsi. Who told you this?
You would love that, wouldn't you?
I'd be like, Steve did this. Steve Schneider.
Nobody gets that joke.
Oh, and Osage looking to fake, and now
no.
Brady Clark loses a handle on it. Landon Childs comes up with it, so they look for a fake field goal 2-point conversion on the extra point. They're not able to get it, so it's 33-7. We'll take a break, come back with the kickoff after this. Listen to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Work is hard. You need a partner who makes it easier. At Mid-City Lumber, we know construction, and we know what it takes to get the job done right. Like quality products from Quaker Window and Doors. For durability, innovation, and selection, the right solution is Quaker. At Mid-City Lumber, we've been making construction easier for more than 50 years. And we're here to make it easier for you.
Mid-City Lumber. Start to finish, we're your project resource.
This is America, where football means football.
There's only one place to hear Osage Indians football. Back to the game. On your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, another touchdown for the Indians. 33 unanswered points for School of the Osage after Boonville took a 7-0 lead on the first drive of the game. Osage comfortably in front now, 33-7. Winding this one down, 3:40 left to go here in the fourth quarter. This kickoff fielded. And Boonville tries to bring it back and immediately brought down just past the 20. That's where Boonville will take over. Our next broadcast comes to you live next Friday night. We'll be right back here at School of the Osage as the Indians take on the 9th-ranked team in Class 3. Here tonight, they're taking on the 10th-ranked team in Class 3 in Boonville. Next week, they'll take on the 9th-ranked team in Southern Boone. Osage receiving votes to be ranked in Class 4. Is that correct, Steve?
Yes. Three or six votes. Let's see what I have here. Yeah, it's 3 votes. I think that might change.
Yeah, that might change.
Coming up this next week.
We'll see. And, of course, in a couple weeks, we'll be traveling up to Washington, Missouri, as the Indians will take on Fort who is it?
St. Francis Borgia?
Yeah, St. Francis Borgia. I don't know why. I keep wanting to say Fort Zumwalt because that's who's in our district. And Osage, listen, I'm gonna tell it to you like it is. This is a very, very tough district that School of the Osage has drawn. And listen, in postseason play, you're going to have to beat everybody that you play in order to win a state championship. But Osage was done no favors with their draw in their district. There are some absolutely brutal Class 4 teams in our postseason bracket. Right now, Osage coming into tonight, the 4th-ranked team in the district. There are 7 teams. So I would love for Osage to pick up a win here tonight and a couple more wins and maybe host a postseason game. Nothing would make, trust me, the other teams in this district, nothing would make me happier than coming to School of the Osage for the first round of districts.
Hey, I'd like to say that Osage is one of those tough teams in this district for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to think that other teams are looking at us and saying, oh, I don't want to play those guys. This Osage defense, Steve, if you take out the Blair Oaks game, has been absolutely stifling. 10 points per game given up if you take out Blair Oaks. If you add Blair Oaks in, a 42-0 game, Osage is still just giving up 17 points a game.
And that doesn't include tonight where you take away that first drive where they had really had them stopped minus the penalty. They haven't, it's been punt the rest of the way, including that stop right there.
On third down, yeah.
On a big third down that Boonville had to have to continue this drive here at their own 30-yard line, down by a bunch.
That was Momo Jones with the carry, trying to pick up the first down.
I like the name. That's a fun one. Here we go.
We can make it your nickname.
Sounds like it's taken.
Steve Momo Adams.
I'm not sure what would that represent or signify.
You just leave the fans wanting Mo.
No, there you go. Boonville going to call a timeout here.
Run the clock down, trying to get themselves out of here. 33-7 on the scoreboard. 1:21 left to go here in the fourth quarter. As the Indians will move on to 6-1 on the season. Boonville will take their second loss of the season here tonight. And Osage, you take out that one outlier game against a really good Blair Oaks team, has looked good this season. 6-1. That's pretty impressive, Steve.
It is indeed. I'm just looking at my notes here, and I'm trying to, I'm looking at the score 33-7, and I'm trying to make sense of the fact that this game was tied 7-7.5.
Right. Yeah. We talked about the mistakes that Osage made in the first half, and listen, when Coach Jolly comes up here to talk in the postgame, he'll probably bring up those mistakes, and he'll probably, hopefully, talk about how they were cleaned up in the second half.
Yeah, probably what a good coach does, right? You want to keep your team. You got to have just the appropriate view of yourself, always trying to improve, always trying to feel, get better. You beat a 10th-ranked team, you're going to feel pretty high about that and celebrate, but we got more competition coming down the road. We got some yellow thrown on the field here on this play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be holding on the offense. That's what it'll look like. Nope, it's on the defense. I didn't see what the call was.
You're looking at a minute and change left in this one.
Face mask on the defense. I saw holding out there.
Well, they were holding the face mask.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yes. Everything's fine here. They're just doing a roller coaster cheer.
That's a pretty scary sounding scream there from somebody.
It's Halloween season.
I've not been on a roller coaster that scary before.
Momo trying to carry, and he's brought down. That was Dominic Newell making the play out on the edge. We got to get you out to Fearstone Forest, Steve. Got to go out there and say hi to Maya.
It sounds kind of fun, but like I said, I've never done, I tell you, you're the guy you said you can kind of watch and participate in scary stuff and it doesn't bother you. I'm the guy that gets really scared. I know,
that's why I say we got to get you out there.
I know. I don't do scary movies.
Oh, really?
Because it's hard for me to remove myself from that. And
that's fair.
Yeah.
So that'll be the final play of the night as Boonville tries to run it there and they get nothing. 33-7 going to be the final score in this one. Again, tied up at 7 at halftime. Osage comes out. They put up 26 points here in the second half. They score 33 unanswered after Boonville scores the first touchdown of the night. And Osage moves to 6-1 on the season with their win here tonight. We'll take a break, come back, hand out some post-game awards, talk to head coach Shannon Jolly, and get you set for next week against Southern Boone. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
You can learn how to enjoy the great things in life with this VIP journey of Lifestyles of the Lakes Rich and Famous. Your guide to lake luxury real estate, brought to you by the first-class Mar Elliott & Associates. Here you will find local agents who understand the luxury home experience. Powered by Remax Lake of the Ozarks and located behind the Landmark Plaza. Experience what everyone is talking about when you're pampered into your palace by Mar Elliott & Associates. Your golden ticket to the lake's luxury lifestyle. Call 573-302-3617.
Back to school, football, homecoming, bonfires, and s'mores. What a great time of year. But we know what's coming. Old Man Winter, and he's bringing cold weather, snow, and ice. Are you ready? Is your car ready? You have enough to worry about. Let Sunset Tire and Service make sure you're back to school and winter ready. Sunset Tire and Service, keeping your family safe on the road 5 years and counting.
Welcome High Stakes Smokehouse and Gifted to town. Located in the heart of Osage Beach, High Stakes is your hometown butcher shop with offerings of choice prime and Wagyu beef, locally raised chicken and pork, as well as boar's head lunch meat and cheeses, made-to-order charcuterie boards, smoked meats, and more. Next door is their sister brand, Gifted, a gift boutique with seasonal and home decor, jewelry, baby, and more. Stop in for all things meat and gifts. High Stakes Smokehouse and Gifted, proud sponsors of Osage Indians football.
Winter is coming.
Don't let Old Man Winter sneak up on your favorite lake toys. Winterization specials are here at the Premier 54 Service Department on Nichols Road. The best customer service paired with the best team to keep your Lake Dream machines in pristine condition when Old Man Winter arrives. Come in before September 15th and receive 10% off both winterization and spring recommission. Premier 54, your #1 chaparral dealer worldwide and proud supporter of the Osage Indians. The leader in commercial construction at the lake is Ireland Construction. Locally owned with 60 years of commercial build and design experience. From start to finish, Ireland Construction is your playmaker for commercial builds. See their commercial construction in action at the Toy Box on HH and the hangar additions at Camdenton Regional Airport. Look them up online and Facebook. Locally owned Ireland Construction is a proud supporter of your Osage Indians and Camdenton Lakers. Take a break and make your escape to the hidden gem of the lake, Old Kinderhook. Golf the finest course and dine at the best restaurant, the Trophy Room. Happy hour is 3 to 6. Enjoy prime rib Friday and Saturday. They've got a wine list that matches its cuisine and spa for your golf swing. Old Kinderhook invites you to escape today. Come stay and play for a weekend. A proud supporter of your Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. Look them up online and Facebook. Don't miss a single play on football day. Let My Personal Touch Landscaping clean your leaves away, even on Sundays. They do leaf removal, lawn care, landscaping, and tree trimming. They make time when you have time, even on the weekends. They work hard and cost less. Root for your teams on game day. And let My Personal Touch Landscaping make tailgating last all day. Look them up online or call 573-529-5385.
I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game. In my book, we're going to be winners. He is gone.
Game analysis, stats, and more. It's the Osage Indians football postgame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here for the high-tech auto body postgame show. School of the Osage, a 33-7 winner over Boonville here tonight. Moved to 6-1 on the season. And Steve, what do you have as far as the drive summary here in the second half?
So in that second half, both teams got the ball they had 5 possessions each. And if you look at Boonville, it's kind of a heartbreaker here. Punted the first possession, had that turnover with the fumble the second possession, 2 more punts after that, and then they just ran out of time, ran out of, the game ended. Whereas Osage, 3 touchdowns on the 3 first possessions. They punt on the 4th possession, and then another touchdown there. So 4 touchdowns in this half after, again, what seemed like a really tight game, 7-7 at half. And we were just wondering, we were talking about, are we going to be discussing missed opportunities at the end of this game? Well, no, we're not going to talk much about that because of just this outstanding, really that third quarter is where they just took the game over. 3 consecutive touchdowns there. One of those a result of that Boonville turnover. Just really an impressive half of football for Osage.
Waiting for Coach Jolly to come up here for the post-game Rock Island Insurance coach's interview. Let's hand out some awards real quick. The Jack Hammer hit of the game presented by Andy's Frozen Custard. Listen, I don't have any particular hit, but Jason Colonius' name was said quite a few times tonight on defense, and I would say if anyone tonight has the Jack Hammer hit of the game, it's probably him.
Yeah, I think there was a point at which the quarterback there, Bishop from Boonville, realized I need to stay away from this guy. When he was bringing the heat, it was time for Bishop. It was hard for Bishop to have any success at all, and I don't think we're ever going to go wrong giving that award to Jason Colonius.
Tomahawk chop steak block of the game presented by the Butcher Shop. Again, nothing really sticks out in my mind, but the offensive line from the Indians got it done tonight. They let these running backs, Steve, get into the second level, and then it was the nimble feet of the Williams brothers and Colonius making plays downfield. But once they were sprung past that offensive line, who I'll be honest, we don't give enough credit to those guys up front. They have done a great job this season. A couple times they have been outsized and outmatched, and they have done a tremendous job of breaking these running backs for big runs. Yeah,
let's take it back to that first drive of the third quarter here, where again it's tied, and we're wondering what this is going to be like. And we have a 4-play drive for a touchdown for Osage. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. We want to give them the credit for sure for that. Go O-line. Coach Jolly just about ready to join us here for the Rock Island Insurance Coaches interview.
as he's making his way up here. Likes to talk with the players and the team after every game and just kind of be with them. I appreciate that and respect that. And Steve is able to give Coach Jolly his gift. Look at the smile on Coach Jolly's face from the gift. Coach, he got you a Pepsi. Isn't that so nice of him?
Yeah, and you know what everybody says about me and caffeine, so this is good for me, but not so good for everybody else, but I appreciate it.
Coach, let's talk about the game tonight. 7-7, tied at halftime, and I'll be honest with you. There was a point there at halftime where Steve and I said to one another, we really hope that the situations and opportunities that Osage squandered there in the first half and kind of shot themselves in the foot with don't come back to bite us. I think it shows the growth and maturity of this team to come out and respond in the second half the way they did.
Well, Coach Brooks said at halftime, he said, hey, this might end up being a blessing for us. And the key word is might. And that's what I told the kids. I go, hey, Coach Brooks just said this might be a blessing for us. I go, this will be a blessing for us. You can't, the might stuff is out the window. So you have no choice. And I think it was nice, if you could say that in the locker room, that everybody was pissed. I mean, this is not who we wanted to represent ourselves as. And in the second half, that's who we were. And, I'm really proud of them for coming out in the second half and kind of exploding.
You give up the 7 points on the first drive. Again, 17 plays from the Pirates on that first drive. They wanted to come out and set the tone. Your defense clamped down. It feels like we said Jason Colonius' name about 1 million times tonight. You had some guys out on defense, but guys stepped up and stepped in tonight.
No, it's those guys. We talked about this week. There's several guys right now that you see on the field, in different series, offensive and defensive, that are giving everything they got. He's one of them. We just got to get all 11, and we talk about that. It's not that people are lazy or not playing hard. It's just they haven't figured out yet to how to press the gas. And so we're a little concerned sometimes, or worried we're going to make a mistake instead of making a play. But what a great environment tonight. I mean, it was good stuff. A lot of people.
Offensively speaking, your running backs, your depth at running back, you have so many different looks that you can give them. Talk about just rotating between that crew of guys and really the different looks that you're able to give them.
Well, and that's nice, the mix-up with Drake. Like I said, change-up, About 4 weeks ago, we were just talking like, man, we got to get Drake some touches and do some things. Jason's doing everything on defense too, so it's nice to rotate those guys. But what everybody don't know is we got 2 or 3 guys on the bench, younger guys, that I believe in their due time will be better than the guys we got now. And that's a huge compliment because those guys are really good.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have that too as well. So Osage moves to 6-1 tonight, a win over Boonville. Coach, I'll let you get back down to your family and your team, but we'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate you guys.
That's Coach Shannon Jolly joining us here for the Rock Island Insurance Coaches interview. Osage 6-1 after a 33-7 victory over Boonville here. Our next broadcast will come to you live from School of the Osage next Friday night as the Indians will wind down their Tri-County Conference schedule against the Southern Boone Eagles before heading up to Washington to end the season against St. Francis Borgia. Steve, we got one more award to hand out here tonight. It is the Mills & Sons Insurance MVP of the game. That's a tough one tonight.
Yeah, so some names I think of. If you want me to go first here, I think of Drake Williams and some of the big runs he had tonight. And, of course, that goes hand in hand with his brother, Aiden Williams.
Yeah,
they
3
were
touchdowns.
Ripping off some big plays there to finish off drives. I think back, I don't know that I would pick, but I want to just brag on Maverick Trusty. There was that drive where it was all on his shoulders, where we had a big third down conversion to make. And
third and long,
he has that run to get us within range. Now, we're still we're less than 5 yards away after he just running for his life. Really kind of puts himself at risk a little bit right there. That's when the Boonville player was hurt. And then gets that hard count to get the conversion. Just, I thought it was a pretty pivotal time in the game there, just him taking leadership. Throw the ball well tonight. So those are some names that come to mind. What do you think?
We just said Colonius' name so much on defense. I don't have the number of tackles that he had, but it's got to be double digits tonight. And just, you heard Coach say it. He leads by example on offense and defense, and he wished that everyone could just kind of play up to that level. And he's not saying that the players don't play up to Colonius' level, but you know what you're getting from Jason Colonius when he comes out each and every week on both sides of the football. And I don't know, we don't have the stats on it. Again, I think he was probably involved in that fumble in some capacity where Osage got the ball back. So I think I'm going to lean towards Colonius, even though Mr. Osage, Aiden Williams, had 3 touchdowns tonight. Drake had a big game as well. I think I'm going to lean towards Colonius.
All right. Well, you pick Colonius. I'll pick the The Aiden brothers, the Williams brothers there.
Okay, Mr. Osage and.
Oh, maybe let's just give it to Mr. Osage. He's had a
Andy.
great week. Let's just add to his trophy case there.
Oh, I know that he takes it very seriously when Steve Adams gives him the Mills and Sons Insurance MVP.
I'm sure that's on his mind.
Going to be posting about it on social media. So Osage, again, the big win tonight, 33-7 over the Boonville Pirates, moving to 6-1 on the season. Their final matchup in the Tri-County Conference next Friday night here live at School of the Osage against the Southern Boone Eagles. We'll have the call for you right here on 102.7 as well as on MoSportsZone.com and at YouTube, MoSportsZone underneath the live tab. Before tonight, Osage, the big winners for Steve Adams, Chris Boom Boom Cannon back in the studio. I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been a presentation of Cool 102.7 Sports.
Africa. Alabama. Taking you around the world. Cool 102.7.
On my front porch.